Some good news. Leo got me a birthday present.
I did.
Some bad news. King Croc got in a car accident. Some tragic news that a contributor to the channel has died.
And the podcast. Blake Hearthcock was walking across the street, I believe it was in Tarzana, and he got hit by a hit-and-run driver. It was a Nissan, maybe. It was going about 100 miles an hour.
It was a Nissan? Oh, was there an Italian guy in the front seat?
There was no Italian guy.
A blonde girl in his lap?
No.
Shotgun?
No, there wasn't. Okay. But Blake was the kindest human being you'll ever meet in your life. He had 2 great podcasts here on the channel.
Main channel, too.
Yeah, and then he was on the main channel, and Danny spent some time with him. How hard was it not to do that kid's accent when you spent five minutes with him?
Mr. Mullen, I sure hope Adam 22 liked me when I appeared on his show.
Oh, we got him on Adam 22 too.
Got him on No Jumper.
It was a highlight of his life because he told me he was a fan of No Jumper, and he put it in his highlights. But he was a very kind individual, and my religious side tells me that when the real good ones go early, it's because they need to be angels. I believe Hearthcock would be a great angel.
You think there's a possibility he's in this room with us right now?
Not fucking guaranteed. He's going to be the podcast angel, dude.
That's gonna be awesome.
He's going to help us stay safe, and I truly believe that kid's an angel, man. He was the kindest guy of all time. He had just fallen for a girl. The last time I spoke to him was about a month and a half ago, and he had fallen for this chick, Latina, and he was very happy.
King Croc, you're a real piece of crap for not letting him win the contest and feel up Kazumi's boobs.
Now, if we're
Remember
looking
that?
back,
Yeah,
that was his last appearance. You beat out a guy who was going to be dead 2 months later. Did you need him that bad?
we're looking back now, and now that really does make you, second guess feeling up a woman's tits before letting your brother in feel up a tit. Do you ever see me feeling up tits, King Croc?
Dude, it's bad. You're on the wrong side of history.
Always give it to my brother in. I always give it to my brother in.
You know what? He's like the chick in, that famous photo of the girl in Arkansas trying to go to school, the black girl, and then there's the white mob, and one of the white mob chicks is screaming obscenities. Can we pull up that picture? The Little Rock 9 screaming lady. She was on the wrong side of history. You're on the wrong side of history. You're just as bad, kid.
It is really fucked when a young person dies because it just makes no sense. It rocks the community a lot more. Good thing is, I think there's gonna be I'm gonna help obviously, but there's gonna be a big memorial for him.
Left.
Absolutely, we all got to be
there.
there.
We're all
gonna be at his memorial at the Ha Ha Comedy Club.
That's you, King Croc. You're the lady.
That is you, dude.
That's me.
That's you. Everybody, take a look at the screen if you're watching on YouTube. Hearthcock, was it late at night?
It was late. Man. His buddy called me. He was hysterical. He says, "Man, and I just watched Blake die."
Oh,
he was
there was
there.
a witness?
Yeah, dude.
Were they drinking?
His buddy who lived with Charlie Sheen. Yeah, they were drinking. But dude, he got smoked at a 4-way stop. So it was probably a nice neighborhood. Some fucking piece of shit was going 100 miles an hour.
And the guy just drove away?
And the guy drove away. They barely saw the color of the car. Nobody there could really remember the color of the car that was going so fast.
They haven't found this guy yet.
No. It's a $50,000 reward. And the article, there's an article in Tarzana. It is a $50,000 reward, I guess, for the... I hope they find this guy, man. But it's just...
Hopefully the camera footage, CCTV.
Yeah,
something.
I mean, you know how it is, though. I mean, do they really care? I mean, for certain things, it seems like they kind of pick their battles. Like, what should we,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
this seems like a battle to maybe fight.
I
got
hope.
Smoked at 100.
Yeah.
This is what sucks, dude. I've been reading the LA Times, just trying to get a beat on what's going on in the news. Basically, the police are just enforcing less and less shit every day. Recently, a guy in my neighborhood was on my ass, probably 3 feet away from my bumper, and then the second he gets a little bit of space, swerves around me and runs 2 stop signs in front of me and just bolts down the street. Yeah. I'm like, what? Where are the cops to stop this guy? Well, I read they're making less routine traffic stops in Los Angeles right now and enforcing less traffic laws, period, because enforcing traffic stops and traffic laws, quote unquote, illegally discriminates against people of color.
Well, it's true. I mean, Croc gets pulled over all the time, and I don't know that you're the best driver. I mean, last week you told us you were in an accident. Oh, it wasn't your fault. Now this week you're in an accident. It was your fault? What's going on?
Last week I wasn't in an accident. I watched an accident. So I'm so sexy and attractive.
I watched an accident too. I watched you fucking Kazumi.
Oh my God! Yeah, I forgot. I didn't get to go because I didn't want to be honest. A BBC hanging around me fully erect. Not for me.
It was a good time, bro. You should have brought the popcorn.
You're giving King Croc all due respect. You're giving him a little bit too much credit when you say fully erect.
There it is. So we still haven't found the supreme talent. The supreme talent that could just get rock hard.
You can't give a guy one take and expect perfection.
Croc, you know what?
First shoot, you know what I'm saying?
You've been making a lot of excuses recently, man. When are you going to come? When are you going to come? Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? Maybe it's my health. Maybe I would have gotten rock hard if I hadn't eaten 4 bags of Takis, smoked 7 cigarettes, and taken a hit of whatever from somebody's pipe.
Oh, but listen to this, Leo. You don't want to know what he wanted? You want to know what he ordered? This was in his rider of his contract before he performed with Kazumi.
My God.
He hit me up and he said, yo, Danny, can you pick me up a 0-calorie Red Bull and a chocolate bar? That shit gets me rock hard.
And guess what? He didn't pick up a Red Bull.
I got him the chocolate bar only. I forgot the Red Bull.
So can you really blame me, dude?
That's what Red Bull does.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure caffeine really is used as a kind of a boner.
With my biology specifically, because I'm always playing with my pathways and shit like that.
No.
So that is absolutely crucial.
No, for some people, Red Bull is not Viagra. That's not how it works. Okay, it gives you wings, not wood.
Red Bull makes you rock hard.
That would be a better slogan. I feel like people would buy way more Red Bull.
That might be a tough one to get past. I can't see that being televised during the 5 p.m. Sunday football game.
Good point.
King Croc did have sex with Kazumi. A lot of people are going to see it. King Croc also got in his own car. How was it?
Yeah, how was it?
How was it, King Croc?
Listen, you want me to be honest?
I'll be honest. Okay, so he started out, he insisted before letting her, she kept trying to blow him, she kept trying to get him hard, and he's like, nah. Before we get started and do anything too crazy here, I'm gonna make you come.
Oh, God, you said that?
I didn't say it like that, but I was like, yo, it'd be fun. You want to try? I want to try something. I'm gonna try to make you come real quick. Let's see. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, this is what you said?
Yeah, dude.
In what world would you think a professional woman that she's banged at least 6 black guys this week?
Sure.
Maybe a white guy.
She banged a guy 12 hours before having sex with King Croc, and she had an appointment 2 hours after.
True.
Yeah, Cummings not on the top of her priority.
Exactly, King Croc.
Really, it was more for me, if I'm being honest, bro. Like, I wanted to, throw that technique down and see would it really work. And look, dude, she was reacting. Like, I want to see the raw footage. I'm gonna edit my
Croc,
shit up. Let's see what's good.
Are you one of those guys that goes to a strip club and a girl gives you a second lap dance and you go, I think she's into me, man. She's fucking into me, man.
You know,
those guys?
That, Leo.
Not really. I mean,
not really.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, Kazumi, I'm pretty sure has no feelings for your cock or you at this moment.
Oh,
probably not.
That's harsh.
Why would you?
Well, let's talk about the technique before we make that decision.
Oh, God. What was the technique?
I mean, you're acting like I think she's in love with my cock. Like, I never said that.
Well, it wasn't the cock that was the basis of this move here. So this, no doubt, he was on John Anthony's pickup forum like 6 hours before this. And no doubt he was on some sort of email chain, or he was on some sort of message board where some guy posted a thread like, guaranteed way to make a bitch. He called her a bitch. Come in 60 seconds, guaranteed. And then the guy's like, all right, listen, all you fellow PUAs. The way to make any woman fall in love with you for all eternity, regardless of your penis size or looks or money, is you have to, and now I'm going to describe what King Croc actually was doing to Kazumi in a room full of people. You have to massage gently a couple inches above her pubic bone with your fingers in slow counterclockwise motions. And then you have to do a come hither motion inside her vagina while fingering her.
Okay.
He's doing this two-handed fingering under bright lights. Well, Kazumi is just not even, there's no lubrication. He just shoved it as dry.
I fucking suck my fingers real good, Leo.
Oh, nice. Hey, Croc, I don't mind this at all because I'm all about the romance. And you know what? It's a good rep for you. It's a good rep because in the real world, that move might actually be okay. Now, your lack of the social kind of awareness to do it, to bring this into a porn shoot is why we love you. It's why we love you.
Maybe I shouldn't have pulled that one out of my box in that time.
It's okay. King Croc tries this for about 4 or 5 minutes, and Kazumi starts to look confused or bored. I'm not sure which.
Maybe I didn't have the right perspective on her because she was.
That was because you hadn't clipped your nails that day.
Dude, my fingernails stay clipped. Leo taught me better than that.
He has been improving his the fingernail and toenail game
Facts, nigga.
Recently. Either way, I also want to go on the record and say that I Big Brother talked King Croc and I said, don't do it. Make sure you want to be a porn star 100% before doing this. Mm-hmm. So don't come back here and tell me and Danny that we manipulated King Croc. We literally were like, hey, here's an offer if you want it. And he jumped on it and he wants to be a porn star. He wants to have an OnlyFans.
Jerry declined it.
Of course, Jerry declined.
He took Jerry's offer.
The one that Jerry declined that I'm still really upset about. He should get pig roasted by the two girls.
Real Sky and Ra Ra.
Yeah, that would be the best porn. I mean, that would sell, I would say, millions of copies of Jerry being pig roasted by those two women.
If they were particularly abusive, I mean, if Real Sky Brie fucked Jerry's puckered asshole until his small intestine released whatever it was he had for dinner the night before, Tostino's Pizza and Mike's Hard, that would be something for the ages.
Imagine imagine
coffee, Danny.
Imagine when Jerry.
I know it has booze in it. I don't even need to smell it anymore.
Imagine Rara is throat fucking Jerry, right?
Oh, yes.
And then somebody else jumps in with a strap on. A la, I don't know, Rat Dick Ralph with a strap on.
No strap on.
Rat Dick fucks Jerry
with the penis. Yeah,
you allow that on your channel?
Ra hits Rat Dick with a left hook and knocks him silly for a couple seconds. Just dazes him, not out cold. And then Rat Dick comes in with his shot glass sized penis. Actually, that's giving him a little bit too much credit. He doesn't have that much girth. Rat Dick Ralph. I mean, if he face fucked Jerry, he would barely clear the teeth.
It's like those little things you buy from a vending machine that you flip inside out, those little poppers.
Yeah.
Into the air.
Did you guys ever go to Round Table Pizza after a soccer game?
Mm-hmm. You get after a baseball game.
You get those little rubber things that you turn inside out. They're little, very shallow domes, probably a half-inch deep, and you flip them inside out and put them on the ground, and after 3 seconds, they fly up toward the ceiling, and you go, whoa.
One of those flipped inside out looks like Rat Dick's penis.
It's about it. It's, it looks like, if you ever play mini golf, it looks like one of those little raised anthill style obstacles. That's its shape. It's girthier than it is long, but it's not long enough to even have intercourse. I'm sorry, let's get off the topic of
Rat Dick. I get it. Yeah, it's a Rat Dick. You know, his name is it fit perfectly. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
I got a small cock too, Rat Dick. Don't get mad at me.
Rat Dick's the man, though. He's behaving better, and we're definitely going to bring him out for more stuff because of his good behavior. So good job, Rat Dick. Thank you for not making us feel like you're going to kill us, which is nice.
It's always great.
It's always nice, right, Danny?
It's always great in our world. We don't feel like that. Mm-hmm. King Croc, tell us about your car accident, though.
Yeah, I mean...
You're smoking a blunt.
Thinking about what I can say legally, you know what I mean? But...
You had 4 drinks behind the wheel.
No, I was dead stone sober, actually.
Dead stoned.
As sober as a stone.
As sober as a stone. All right, well, we better do something about that clip in the podcast because if the DA knows his shit, he's going to be on here fishing for any kind of evidence he can use.
All I'm saying is basically this guy brake checks, swerves in my lane, brake checks on me and shit. Mm-hmm. I still am responsible. I made the mistake of not stopping soon enough, and I rammed into him.
Okay, who are you DMing when you missed this guy in front of you?
I wasn't DMing.
Danny, I'll say this. My old friend Armin, he has a technique that he uses. He says, mostly you can get chicks with this, but you look around the road, you see who's the most distracted, and then you move into their lane and you brake check them, because if you get hit from the back, right?
Their fault.
And you can always claim that you have some kind of weird neck ailment. Yeah, and you'll make a couple.
And that's exactly what the dude was
10
doing.
to 30K over in a year or so. Boom, nice little paycheck. What ethnicity was this guy?
Old like Chinese dude.
Oh yeah, he definitely
scoped you out.
He hates you.
He was a motherfucker.
He's racist. King Croc, though, you can't... I like how you put it. He swerved into your lane and brake checked you, like you guys were having a bout of road rage. The old Chinese man probably was already in that lane, and you came up on his tail real hot, and then you started scrolling your Explore page, or you know what, King Croc? Sometimes King Croc, and don't take this personally, but it's true. Sure. King Croc will show me his phone and be like, Danny, what do you think about this broad? And it'll have the tag underneath its photo that says new to Instagram. Mm-hmm. It'll be following 5 people.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, it'll be following 5,000 people and have 5 followers.
Clear fake account.
And it's got a Russian lettering captioned under its photos, and it's the hottest girl you've ever seen.
Right.
And King Croc was absolutely balls deep in composing a DM to one of those girls.
Yeah, just ask for a Cash App, buddy. I'm sure she'd love to give you a Cash App or something.
Yeah, did I say one of those girls? One of those Russian bot farm children.
Yeah.
You were DMing one of them,
me, bro.
and then you failed to see Chin up ahead, who had been stopped for like 30 seconds.
At least you're not my friend who filled out one of those forms from just a random account like that because he thought his Instagram had like some kind of, it was in danger of being like, I don't know, I think hacked, right?
Yes.
So he filled out some random, and then the guy found dick pics in his DMs and said he was going to send them to everybody, and he ended up giving the guy like $500.
I know the scam. I know the scam, and it's happened to me before too. Mm-hmm. So I'm not above this, but they DM you, or they don't DM you, excuse me, they email you and they say something like, your recent Facebook transaction has been declined. If you don't pay your balance, we will disable your account. And I'm a guy who I used to advertise on Facebook a little bit way back in the day. And I thought, oh, fuck, maybe one of my credit cards didn't go through and maybe they are actually going to disable my account. Mm-hmm. So it just asks you to sign in. And I signed in, but of course it's a monitored page that just steals your password.
Yeah.
Right.
Thankfully, I have 2-factor on all my shit.
Nice.
And like, so it didn't do anything. I just had to change my password. He couldn't get in. But this is Bill Dawes, right?
Yeah, Bill Dawes, yeah. He talked about it on the pod, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, you get, don't ever put in your information on some third-party site. Just don't do that.
They'll make like a fake version of the site that you already use, and they'll change one spelling. It's called a phishing scam, like with a PH though.
You got to look at the
mostly
email.
Nigerians, King Croc. So we're looking at you, buddy.
Yeah, what's up with that? Well, before we talk about Lizzo, you want to open it was Danny's birthday yesterday. Oh. You are 32?
33?
Happy birthday.
33 years old. I got Danny a gift. We weren't going to open it on the pod or anything, but, why not?
Oh. Damn, these are some pretty hip Converse, dude. Tell me about these, Leo.
They're designer Converse. They're like the highest end Converse you can get.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice, man.
Those are kind of dope. You like the red bottoms?
Yeah, dude. Well, these, I don't know what to wear these with. I feel like I'm going to wear these and they're going to look all cool, and then I'm going to have on my Under Armour sweatpants.
That's the key. Okay,
the merch.
How do you wear accent piece shoes? The key is you can wear them with anything. That's why they're accent pieces.
They smell good, dude. Thank you.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Thank you, man.
You throw them on with any outfit, even if it's a crummy outfit. Your shoes bring it all together, and
So
then
these-
it'll make you look cool.
These will turn some heads in my
They're
direction.
going to turn some heads. People are going to think you spent way too much money on Converse.
How much you spend on these?
Don't worry about it. People know. People know on the. I don't know how you don't know, but those are some hefty.
What do you mean you don't
prices.
know how I don't know? Why would I ever know the price of designer Converse?
Well, I don't know, buddy. You should.
Thank you, man. I'm excited.
I'm just kidding, but no, yeah, they're like they're a good price.
have a
I feel
question,
like it's
Leo.
pretty douchey to just say that how much I spent on your gift.
I gave you a gift card for your birthday, so it was.
You gave me
it was a little more
a nice
transparent.
gift on my birthday. I bought some glasses that, of course, Mudflat broke. He broke my favorite.
Broso? Is it Lizzo?
Smashed him with his belly.
Oh, he was on.
You know those
warpath.
hugs he was giving you, like out of
yeah.
nowhere? He gave me one of
I
those.
just hit you the fat, dude.
He gave me one of those. Yeah, fat. He gave me one of those. Fucking. He just leaped at me, and it was nice. Felt cuddly, but when I came out of it.
Yes. Sunglasses hanging from the collar, very dangerous. You got to be careful about sunglasses hanging from the collar. What were you saying, Kingy?
No, I was going to ask Leo, at what age do you have to stop wearing those shoes?
Cons are.
They do look a little bit like what Ronald McDonald would wear.
Fuck yeah, dude. I had to put a little bit of a tinge of my own style in there. You know what I mean?
get you.
Because your style is really you're kind of wearing the same shoes you've worn since high school, right?
Just white Vans,
White Vans,
white
right.
Converse,
So
white high top.
I want you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Those are accent piece shoes, so it'd be like a.
Is that a fashion term? Accent piece?
Accent piece? No, accent piece is it's a fashion term per se, but it's what your shoes can be. Usually your shoes don't have to match the rest of your outfit. You can kind of fuck around and experiment a little bit with the shoes. But I mean, wear them out, maybe to dinner with Mia, Maybe you
Chicks
want to
will
go and
recognize
impress,
what they are.
maybe you want to go on a pod, and have a little something to talk about.
Wear them out in
Flex
West
on Adam.
Hollywood and get my ass grabbed.
Well, if you wear them in West Hollywood, you might get your,
Dude,
absolutely.
I have to confess something. I grabbed Danny's ass.
When? That's another demerit on your motherfucking black card.
You only got one corner left. When did you grab my ass? Did you roofie me
forget?
before you
Actually,
did this?
no, I never grabbed your ass, Danny.
Well, come clean with it now.
I forget actually when exactly it was. Think about it.
You're gay, dude. You hear
I'm
that?
not gay.
Why did you grab his ass? Come to terms with it. You already
I don't
admitted
even
it on this
remember.
pod.
Dude,
the demerit has already been, it's going to be issued. I'm sure somebody's already sending it to the higher ups.
Honestly, I just thought Danny was going to expose me, so I exposed myself first, but Danny doesn't remember, so I don't remember.
He's exaggerating. He grabbed my cock. He's trying to save himself here. It was more than just an ass.
I had a funny moment in some kind of, it was kind of gay to be completely honest, but I was in the steam room with my roommate, right? And it was after our morning workout. We were in the steam room.
Andrew Judge TV.
Andrew Judge. Now I think he goes by Little Toaster. But anyway, Andrew Judge, we're in the steam room, and there's a very attractive man. You know what I mean? Like someone you can't deny. He's 6'4". He's got about a 9-pack, dude. You know what I mean? Just shredded.
Big bulge.
Big bulge. Yeah, he did have the big bulge. So he was kind of like, he came in the room and everybody like, oh, whoa, whoa, and that's usually me. But regardless, I'm a little overweight right now. I'm not as sexy as this guy. Anyway, we're in there.
3 or 4 trips to a fast food restaurant that you proceed to vomit up. And it'll be back to normal.
Exactly. You're right, dude. I do need to get my bulimia up, baby.
You
Get that
gotta do
bulimia up. So anyway, we're in there, and Judge and me start talking about Israel at Sanya, and this other guy we're talking, and then this guy just starts chiming in, right? Starts chiming in. He loves Adesanya, knows all about jiu-jitsu. He does jiu-jitsu, of course. So we're talking a little bit, and then for some reason, I wanted to bring up something else that I knew about Israel Adesanya, right? And I was like, oh, he was like a professional dancer in New Zealand. So I go, yeah, and no homo. He's a really good dancer too. And then he just pauses and looks at me for way too long. He's just like, yeah. I've seen him dance before. And then the conversation just ended right after that. I think it was the no homo. I think he thought that I was homo. And because of the blatant no homo. Because I don't even know why I did that. It wasn't such a gay thing to bring up.
More likely, he was really woke and didn't like that you said that, or he was actually gay himself.
Right.
And didn't like that you said no homo.
He should have been like, homo, I've sucked his dick at a party. You know what I mean?
With that shooting that went on, that was an insensitive remark.
I know, you're right. I shouldn't have done, I don't know why I said the no homo. It was really as soon as I said it, I was like, God damn it, dude. I was like, God damn it, why did I say that?
You never know in LA. My girlfriend got chewed out in West Hollywood for saying retard when she was hammered drunk. She was just telling a story to a guy, and they'd been talking, this really gay guy. They'd been talking for 5 minutes, drinking, and she at one point says, yeah, I can't believe my cousin did this. She's so retarded. And the guy just completely changed up his shit and went, no. Oh my, what did you just say? Don't talk to me anymore. Don't talk to me.
Whoa.
And he skedaddled to the next bar.
Pussy.
He's probably retarded.
Straight pussy.
Look, we went to the woke capital of the world, and in my opinion, when we were at the Lizzo concert, right? I mean, a lot of those people would be very upset if you said retard, be very upset in many, many ways, but it also gave us liberties, like Mudflap being able to walk around completely shirtless the entire time.
Really?
Can you guys imagine? Bro, no one said anything. All we had to say is, I was drunk, and I'd just be like, big is beautiful, and we get cheers, rousing cheers. It was pretty fun, to be honest.
Is this Lizzo's hometown?
Dude, Austin, you have to go and just pretend to be a big is beautiful. Oh my God, it's so fun. I want to go again, dude.
It's not her hometown, King Croc, but it was a big show, obviously, LA. The people there were pretty fat. And Mudflap, of course, is a guy who's husky too. So Mudflap, when he's taking his shirt off and just beating his chest like he's Donkey Kong, everybody loves it. And at some point, he starts getting really encouraged by how much everybody loves it, and he starts taking it further. At first, he's just saying things like big is beautiful, fat ain't whack. But then he starts talking about how if you don't like it, he's like, if you have a problem with me shirtless right now, you're racist. You're racist. And it becomes like that thing in Borat, where before Borat sings the national anthem at the rodeo, he keeps talking about more and more extreme things he wants George Bush to do until nobody's cheering with him anymore. What's up, dude?
We got Henny in studio.
But Mudflap also ends up
right there, buddy.
Mudflap also ends up making out with, not making out with, but kissing
a man,
kissing a man in a sparkly suit.
It was great. But it was great. Also,
hang out with him?
the venue in general will make you die laughing just by itself. For example, over the big PA, Austin, I'm not fucking kidding. Over the big PA, they would just announce this every 25 minutes. We have 5X available in all gift shops have 5X all the way down to extra small. 5X all the way down. Like just making sure everyone knew that they had 5X, baby. Mudflap was a 4X, by the way, just saying. So there were many women bigger than Mudflap.
Yeah.
The women that you never see outside, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
These women don't leave the house.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
For Lizzo, though, she sold that place out, man.
And then the
She's a
vendors, if you wanted concessions like food or anything, for hot dogs, they didn't use tongs. They actually used shovels.
Okay, they did have an extraordinary amount of places to buy food. And it was pizza, fried chicken, hot dogs, burgers. That's about it.
And you know what? Our relationship with people who are of a higher body fat, not BAC, but what's
BMI.
BMI. Thank
BMI.
you, King Croc, Mr. fucking hacker. What do you call it?
Well studied.
His BACs, if you want to.
Maybe that's why I looked at King Croc and I couldn't think of it. Just my mind went right to BAC.
BAC, yeah.
But those people, we've had some issues with them. But I will say, everybody, there was peace on all sides at the Lizzo concert. Peace
Danny,
on all sides.
I will go again as kind of like where I'm gonna have my bachelor party at the WNBA game because I meant that, and I will do that if I ever get married. I will go to a Lizzo concert for fun with my boys at some point and just have guys hit on fucking heifers all night. It was a great time, but I think it might have been because we had a shirtless, gigantic, obese man with us.
It might have been.
That was like your fat card.
It was our fat
You
card.
had a fat card.
We had
Feel a little
fat
more
card.
comfortable getting through the crowd with a bodyguard.
It's
yeah.
good. Fullback in football paves the way for the running back. You just send Mudflap out there and he's just smashing motherfuckers out of the way.
Try and grease him up. I mean, then you'll definitely get to where you need to go.
Oh yeah. He motorboated a chick's stomach at some point, by the way. Do you remember that?
I love it. I'm not surprised. I was drinking a little bit.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I can't be entirely sure of everything that transpired. I did get thrown out. We had a camera malfunction that tragically missed part of it, but Leo, the hero, took a clip on his phone that basically connects the two pieces of footage that we need connected due to that loss of footage. So I think the story's going to be told all right.
Oh, yeah.
But when I got detained and thrown out, much gentler than people at the WNBA.
Oh yeah.
Much gentler.
That's good.
Maybe it was because I just ran away from them and they were exhausted after pursuing me for 3 or 4 steps. Now, what if they did that? What if Lizzo made it so not only, the show she did about her backup dancers all being big bitches? I think those are her words, not mine. What if the security guards all had to be fat too?
Dude, why everyone involved with the show should have to be fat?
That would just like boost the money for like fat people. There's probably some statistic out there that has like a body fat percentage to income percentage. Like, man, if Lizzo got some bigger people hired, like,
Yeah, it'd be good.
even the playing field a little.
Break the large ceiling.
What do you think? Do you
I
think
have
fat people make decent money out there?
Well, they can make a lot of money as human anchors, steamrollers.
Joe, isn't there like Joey Chestnut or something? Like Joey Chestnut, he's not that fat, but I mean that's a job for fat people.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Someone's
you mean
gotta eat
like
those hot
professional
dogs.
eaters? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
There are those chicks that live stream themselves just giving themselves diabetes to incels to jerk off to, where they just eat more and more food and make themselves.
Not surprised that
And
you,
they're
know
rich.
that you know what that is.
And they're very rich. Well, Austin, he's well versed in the internet culture. I can almost guarantee there's a massive correlation between being heavy and making less money. Of course. I mean,
just because, can you imagine having a CEO just be an obese guy? Like everyone in the office be snickering all the time. I actually do remember saying that out loud. I remember something that I did in junior college that was really messed up. We had a music teacher and he was 400 pounds at least. 400. No joke.
What was his instrument? What was his primary?
He played like 6 instruments.
What was
he played
his
everything.
primary, though?
A violin.
I'm thinking tuba.
The violin.
Violin.
The violin. It looks
Just
so
the
tiny.
smallest
It
of
looks
all.
so tiny.
That or like a piccolo flute. I could see the big fatso playing the piccolo flute.
And he was kind of like a dick. He was an easy grader. Like, it was easy to get a good grade in his class, but he was like a dick. In class, you couldn't talk, couldn't fuck around. And that was all I ever wanted to do in class, was fuck around. And so one time before class, before nobody would snitch during these years, but I wrote as big as I could with the chalk. I wrote fat. And I
wasn't
underlined
Dino?
it. No, it was
wasn't
literally
Dino,
it was
3 years
the
old?
the origin story of how that bit came to my mind. But yeah, I wrote fat and I underlined it twice. And then I just left it in there. And his reaction when he found it on the board was pretty fucking classic. He was in the middle of a sentence. He was like, today we're going to talk about the A minor, and then and he tried to continue talking about it, and then he erased it. He erased it as he was still continuing, but his double take was just,
You only see him double take for Krispy Kreme for that, I guess.
oh, for that, exactly. But no, it was...
If you'd written FAG, you could have been like that. Those are 3 notes of a solo I'm trying to put together. F, A, G.
Dude, before you guys are not, dude, you guys did. I went to fucking high school without cell phones, so we'd have to do some fun shit. Like, I knew my buddy had a class after me, so in the same room, so I would write on the desk, like, whoever sits here, tell Timothy Bradley he's a fag. And then and then he'd call me out. He'd be like, dude, what's up? You have fucking POTUS for 4th period? Fuck you, dude. Why'd you write that on the desk? So you'd have to do fun shit like that, pass the note. Do you ever pass notes? I sexted. That was the first time I ever sexted, was in notes.
I did. There was a girl. I almost just said her full name, and it's very distinctive. I
You're
came
an
this close.
asshole. Don't say it.
I came to Bella Vista, and I was a brand new sophomore. I'd gotten expelled from CASA for doing my airsoft gun drive-by, which is pretty well known in the
Yeah.
Danny Mullen
Is that
universe.
video?
No, I was in high school.
You could
asshole. This was
redo it.
2004.
We could redo it.
Could go shoot a random cheerleader with a BB gun. When I transferred there, I hadn't hit puberty yet in sophomore year. King Croc, you would have been... If King Croc hadn't hit puberty that late into high school, I know he would have gotten the shit kicked out of him. It was similar. I was the little runty kid, like, hey guys, wait up for me. Don't forget about daddy. High voice, big mop of hair. I weighed about 125 pounds. I get into the class, me and this girl named Patty, we start passing notes back and forth. It's super platonic. Nothing's going on because I'm absolutely unfuckable. But around April or March of my sophomore year, I hit puberty and I start getting sort of handsome. And this chick finally texts me one day when I'm hanging out with my buddy Mark Spiegs, who incidentally was gay. That has nothing to do with this story, and I wasn't doing anything with it.
Why did
you weren't doing anything?
He wasn't out of the closet yet. And I still was friends with him after he came out of the closet, but him and I were just hanging out platonically and straightly in Rancho Marietta. I get a text, hey, Danny, me and some of my girlfriends want to get drunk tonight. If you bring me alcohol, I'll suck your dick.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Leo, oh boy, dude.
It's a good offer.
I don't know what I did. I don't know if I raided Mr. Spiegelman's refrigerator and took all of his dad's beer. I completely blacked out. I might have sharpened a stick with a pocket knife and just held up a 7-Eleven attendant for some tall boys. But I was in a car. Mark had his learner's permit. He was driving me there illegally. We pull up. It's 4 hot chicks in their pajamas. I just jangle this bag of assorted beers.
Oh, my
Average
God.
temperature, 78 degrees. Like, hey, I brought alcohol. Actually, I'd hit puberty at this point. Hey, I brought a little bit of alcohol.
Nice.
Let's try to go deeper than it actually was. She's like, all right, I guess let's go upstairs. We get up there. And this chick, she was a little bit chubby, but sexy chubby.
I know the type.
Really,
many of those out there.
hair down to her tailbone, super well taken care of, expensive bleach job, big tits, just hot, slightly chunky chick. She goes, well, I guess I got to get you hard first. And we start making out, and I get so hard, King Croc.
Oh, yeah.
About 4 or 5 times harder than you were able to get with Kazumi. That's not saying much.
Never
though.
living this down.
But then she sucks me, Leo. I came in her mouth. And a couple of weeks after that, she came over to my parents' house and they were out of town, and I tit fucked her in my hot tub. One of the best orgasms I ever had.
Wow. Yeah, those are the memories, man. This is why I always think getting out there and getting some pussy is so important, because...
How you been doing on that regard?
Yeah,
then?
how are you doing in that regard? Henny, how are you? Friend of the channel, was in the
yeah.
epic classic Berkeley video.
Oh, yeah. and he's been he made a reappearance in the San Francisco's
The
disaster
Lizard
video.
King housing episode. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I have a girlfriend, so I'm like,
Getting a little bit of pussy.
yeah. But I'm just trying to like, I don't need these trifling hoes out here in Berkeley. You know, I'm like,
I get it.
I'm out here. I got a relationship. I'm happy.
The chicks are smoking hot in Berkeley. What do you mean you don't need them?
Apparently, the
I
last
love
2
my
years.
girlfriend. She is super cool, super smart, super nice, super funny. So I'm just gonna
That's
leave it
great.
like that.
You think she's the one? Could she be the one?
Could she be the one? I did not think I'd talk about this on my on the podcast.
Well, it's
How many
important.
times have you cheated on her?
How many times have I cheated on her? Probably 0.
Nice.
You
Dude.
can't say for sure though.
0.
Him and Lizard King double team. A hooker.
No, I mean,
They one of those she-he's or whatever the fuck Lizard King calls it.
Yeah,
Sister
Juan
misters.
Helio, Juan Helio.
Sister Misters.
Nah, there's across the street at the traffic evasion Big 7. I don't know why that's there. Like, I feel like there's at least 3 crashes a day from that Big 7. There's someone. I mean, I had a 5 on me, and I'm just gonna say I don't have a 5 on me no more. But there's some
Hey,
people
by
out
the way, I
here.
wanted to thank you, Henny. You got a good heart, man. You kept in touch with Lizard King. You were letting me know, and I think that whatever guidance you and Danny has seen him again. I mean, he's with his pops now, and,
He at home?
I'm really happy he's home.
So,
Yeah, he's
cool.
at home
we
with
might
his
start.
pops.
We might stream GTA 5 together because apparently he has a PlayStation or something.
Oh, that'd be
so-
dope.
So
Yeah.
he's home. He's sheltered again.
He's sheltered,
But
man. With
he
his
did
dad.
tell me that he's on his way back to San Francisco like next week.
God damn it! Well, he wants it back on the adventure trail. He's like, he doesn't feel. He starts getting the itch. You know, the itch to be a bum again.
I don't want to speak on behalf of him.
Is that what it is?
I don't want to speak on behalf of him, but I think he's just living life. He's happy. Like he's with his family right now. They were probably just worried about like his like sustainability or something. Like,
What do you think he brings it up at the dinner table? You know?
that he like got like acid from.
Yeah.
He's like, have you guys ever sucked dick for acid?
Yeah, exactly.
So Douglas, how were your travels in Berkeley? Well, Dad, it was far out. There was this guy named Julio, and he gave me a blowjob, and then he gave me some acid.
But it's okay because he had a young face, Dad. He had one of those young faces.
No, that detail is too
He was
much.
shaved. It's whenever Leo does Nico's voice, it's the same as when he does Lizard King.
It is, dude. I love it.
Dude,
Well,
Nico getting Neeksy.
fuck you, man. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Is that
Don't
Nico?
fucking look at me like that, man. You're a fucking asshole, Leo. Fuck you, Leo.
Nico does when he's drunk.
so
Nico
good.
goes really high.
He does go super high.
when he gets
Yeah.
Neeksy.
He's awesome.
But yeah, man, it's good.
Is he here?
No,
Nice.
unfortunately, he's scarce on this podcast. We need him more.
Yeah, it's the guys are spread out. You know, Fanjerry used to be even further in San Diego, but now he's in the LA area. He's like in a part of LA that almost doesn't count as LA.
Exactly. He is in one of those places where he is just living next to a bunch of like Russian people. And
Yeah.
but he's still paying outrageous income taxes in
Yeah.
California
Oh, yeah.
real estate prices. It doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna live in Arcadia or West Covina, live in Scottsdale. All right, quit being a jackass. There's no reason to be in this state unless you're in a marquee city.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
Like LA or Sacramento?
Even Sacramento's pushing it. All right.
Sec's cool because of the proximity to some of the best, nicest places around. Like,
That's no excuse. If proximity's not good enough, you need to be in there. Unless you're a congressman, then you can be in Sacramento.
I agree.
Yeah.
LA is
Or King.
far and away the nicer
King.
parts of LA are the best things about California by far. You know,
There's some good stuff about California. You got
It's the best
Bay
state.
Area.
Desert. Obviously,
You
it's
got
the greatest-
desert down south.
look,
Coachella.
aren't we the 4th biggest economy now? I mean, we're just fucking just carrying the rest of the United States on our backs. So
Yeah, we just
you want to talk shit
leapfrogged.
about Cali? Blow us.
We just leapfrogged Germany, but there are a lot of problems. A lot of our wealth is moving out. And it's not just Elon. I know people have been trying to malign him for everything that's going on, but a bunch of other big companies said, see ya, not paying these corporate taxes, tired of the lie that the rich need to pay their fair share that keeps spouted out. And they went to places that are more business friendly.
They probably went to like Republican states actually. Like liberal, like California. Is that why?
No,
that's
you know,
why-
when I was saying more business friendly, I actually meant New Hampshire and New York City, but thank you for correcting me, Hetty. I'm joking. Yeah,
No,
that's-
I don't know a lot about politics, but yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. They go to places like North Carolina, Florida. They're gone, though, and now California is like, oh, shit, well, I mean, we thought we could just squeeze these people, and we thought we could just bleed them dry, and now that they left, well, who's going to pay these taxes? The bums in Venice Beach aren't going to help pay people's pensions. All right, the Lizard King types, no offense, that are living in a van outside of Redwood City. yeah, they're not going to be able to fund our public schools.
He doesn't even want to, you know. He doesn't. He wouldn't want to give any money to the man. Fuck the man or whatever.
Fuck the pigs, you know.
Fuck the pig.
Bro, at this point, I'm just waiting for a crash, a penultimate crash.
You crash
you're
your
to put
car.
your, you're to
all
put your
kinds of
whole
crashes.
to put your
I've been
whole
crashing
negative
for a minute
$10,000 on the fucking. You're gonna buy the dip.
Listen,
Buy
I
the
want
dip.
Buy the dip
Negative
with an
10.
invisible 10 grand.
I
He
want
gives his 10 grand to someone else. Like, this is debt. It's real.
no, but my whole thing is like until it really just comes crashing to the floor, bro, nothing's gonna change.
You mean nothing
I can
like
tell you,
what?
I follow
In terms
real
of
estate
California politics.
pretty closely.
You know
And I
what
can
I'm
tell
saying?
you, the crash is basically $1 million house. You can buy it for like 800,000. That's going to be the crash.
No, I don't mean a house. Like I don't mean a crash in that sense. I mean a crash to where California is no longer able to sustain itself.
Yeah.
And then what happens? You're going to have a bunch of people run away. You're going to have Republicans come in, fix the issue, and then you'll have a good state again.
It almost
pretty
came
much.
to that. So many people fled for the first time in 2020. The population of California didn't grow. And then a guy, Caruso, who was basically a Republican, changed his party and ran for mayor of the city. Didn't happen though. You know,
They almost
I'm
recalled him too.
Dude, I'm so sad that didn't happen.
I think Karen Bass is not the worst thing in the world. I think she seems pretty competent. But it is crazy how just generally Republicans did so poorly in this election, given how not great everything is. I mean, dude, the economy is a disaster. Everybody is laying off so many people. The stock market is in free fall. Crime is bad. Hearthcock got smoked.
Yeah.
Hearthcock is a puddle of blood on a mysterious Nissan right now.
Rest
And
in
still
peace.
people
Over
haven't
that,
had
bro.
enough.
Rest in peace to the nicest guy in the fucking world.
Seriously,
man.
R.I.P. Hearthcock. That's a disaster.
Yeah.
Is that what you posted earlier? Your friend?
Yeah, my buddy, he was on the 2 pods in a video here. He was a friend of the channel. He was a very big believer.
Always a great time, and these guys can attest, bro. Like behind the camera, I always was laughing when he was around.
Yeah,
bro.
dude,
Like,
he was
a funny
the
guy.
funniest naturally.
Like genuinely.
He was
He was a very
incredible.
funny man.
He had bladder control issues, which are always hilarious. He showed his penis to us, which is
Multiple times.
That builds trust quickly. I almost called you Hearthcock. That builds trust quickly. Henny.
I mean,
And
there's
if you want to flash us your
little
penis, you'd be
gazebo
my
in the
guest.
back. You know, if
I think you
need-
should just strictly only flash Dino, and he should report back. What do
He's
you
the
think
one who
about
likes
that,
it
I
Dino?
most.
love that.
Dino usually is the man taking looks at the
Yeah.
cocks. But you are a rapper. We are going to peg you. I think both Dino and Austin have to go against you in a rap battle.
right now.
No, at some point.
I think so.
can do it
Before,
right now.
before I'm going to take a piss really quickly, but I also want to talk about the third largest economy in the world, I believe, is Japan.
Wow.
Or it's up there. I could be totally wrong. I want to hear about their newest export, Pokemon whatever. I want
Pokemon
to talk
Go?
about this because
Yeah, what's going on? It's everyboss freaking out.
I got to
Yeah.
piss real
No,
quick.
I know
piss,
a lot
piss,
of-
break time.
Break.
So I want.
I know you do.
I want Dino to be mic'd up for this. I got to hear about Pokemon Turquoise from Dino.
Yeah.
Isn't it Scarlet and Violet?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Just come sit down, Dino. Come sit down. Talk to Papa
Yes,
Mo.
sir. Hey, come sit right here, bro.
So when I played Pokemon Blue, I was in 3rd grade. I went to a very good school at that point in my life, and so all the kids I would battle were all Jewish kids, very well educated, and they had the system down. They would teach me about the rare candies and about the iron, and I had a Hitmonchan, an Alakazam, and a Raichu that could match up with any gym leader on the fucking islands.
Now, you were playing
know?
with the cards, old school, right?
No,
No, Pokemon Blue.
Pokemon Blue.
What is that? I don't know,
You-
man.
you
It's on the
stupid
GB.
giddy. What? You don't know about this?
No.
What are you doing? Playing baseball?
Yeah.
Getting pussy when this game was
You're
out?
such a loser, bro. How are you
Ignore
outside,
me.
bro?
I was probably too young to be getting pussy, but I was playing baseball for sure.
Dino, I was good. But after beating Pokemon Blue, and trust me, I can speak on this because I did eventually crack and buy Pokemon Sapphire. And I played that, and it was the same shit with a bunch of slightly tweaked Pokemon and one Pokemon that looks like the moon.
Yeah, but that's the thing about this game is that it's like actually finally different.
Can you pull up the moon Pokemon, Austin?
Lucitone.
Luna or something?
I think its name is Luna, maybe.
No, it's. I'm pretty sure it's Lucitone.
Lucitone.
Is that it? Oh,
It's
yeah,
Lunatone.
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 We
Oh,
were
yeah.
both right.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Okay, so when they are making a Pokemon that's just the moon, they've officially given up. all right?
No, we should look at some of the newer ones. Like
The Japanese had turned their attention from creating new pocket monsters into creating better features on their Nissans and Toyotas and better sushi rolls.
Well, this is also maybe is this a subliminal sex message? One of those things where it does kind of look like a nipple to me. I think they're trying to get people invested because it's the only way they're going to see something even that's the shape of a nipple.
They're targeting the children.
They are targeting the children.
What's their its power is it gets dark.
That's it.
Yeah. And when I say that, I mean it talks like a black man. It's like,
Oh,
hey,
shit.
yo, what up? You got any change?
I mean, look, it is high. It has red eyes.
Wait, time out. Why does he become a black
He
bum?
becomes a
out of-
bum.
No. I mean, like he's holding the guy up.
Okay.
I mean,
What is that?
That's way
Wait, what?
better.
He becomes a criminal when he's black?
that's
He
fucked
becomes
up.
the black moon and he's a criminal.
I was trying to say like he becomes the new moon and then he's dark and then I was like, oh, what happens when he's the new moon? He just gets hella hood.
I think, okay, well, how about this? This is a better stereotype. Well, he just starts smoking blunts when he gets
No,
black.
look, because
that's
red.
better.
He gets dark, he
That's
starts
fair.
smoking blunts.
Yeah.
He likes hip hop. He
likes hip-hop.
LL Cool J, 90s shit, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he does. Sorry, no, he doesn't ask for change.
Okay, that's way better. Thank you.
Sorry about that. But this is why I was pissed when I played Sapphire. I threw my Game Boy Advance across the room and
Damn.
never played any sort of Pokemon franchise again. Now I understand there's been all this hullabaloo about Pokemon Go. And finally, here we are. It's got to be 20 plus years since I first picked up Blue version. And we have come out with a new turquoise Pokemon video game. And I want to hear what's so great about it from Dino.
It's just like it's way more open, like less linear. Like the other Pokemon games, like it's literally the same shit. Like go this gym, this gym, this gym, and But in this one, it's like you have 3 different paths you can pick between, and
Is it political at all? Is Brock gay?
it is a little fucking sus. I'm not gonna lie.
What's
like,
going on?
There's like one dude is like. He looks gay as hell. He's got like a pet dog. The other chick is like a total lesbian.
Wait, let's pull up the guy who looks gay as hell.
Yeah, you should pull up the starters.
Why, does he have like a midriff and the
Which one,
eyeliner?
you know?
Like, why is he
God.
gay?
The dude that makes the sandwiches. He cooks sandwiches like a woman. He has eyelashes and long.
Well, wait, you're
freaking
saying he's a
hair.
woman because he's a cook?
trans, bro. Come on.
Yeah, dude, that's a woman role.
What about
What about Gordon Ramsay? There have been great chefs. They're
Gordon
all the great chefs
Ramsay
are men.
can't even cook a grilled cheese. let's
Austin,
be
can you bring
honest.
my headphones
women
down
do
just a
more
little
than
bit if you don't
bro.
mind,
like,
dude?
Like
Thank you,
women
man.
do like doctor stuff, and women are also pretty good at like insurance. I think. So.
Women.
Wow, that was very convincing over there.
Good at
Women in
insurance.
my life. Yeah.
Holler. Dude, I'm going to
Where's
be
the
honest.
sus guy? Is this him?
Yeah,
Just-
in the game he looks a little more sus. Like his eyelashes are like really eyelashy.
He looks pretty. He looks like a homosexual there. I can absolutely see it. Nothing against the guy, but I could absolutely see him being a guy who likes, not
All I'm
vagina.
saying is like the gay liberal media coming for the children.
Okay.
Dude,
How
Lil
about,
Nas X twerked on the devil. Like
guys, do you,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I look at you guys when you're playing your little games here, and like, look, I'm an outsider of the video game kind of world, right? But I look at you guys playing every game that you guys play that I've ever seen you play looks so fucking boring. Every time I see it, I'm like, there's Call of Duty, there's GTA,
Can you bring my
guys.
headphones down? Sorry.
Like,
But, like,
King
GTA 's
Croc's going
fun
around and like
fucking
it's like
day.
a green world and he's going around and hitting blocks and the blocks. So it's like I don't get it, dude.
Yeah, you're basically doing math equations and stuff. It's like King Croc's like, oh, hell yeah, I finally get to fight the dragon. And then
Yeah.
an imp pops out of a bush and goes, ye do not have enough gold or experience points to fight the dragon. Ye must go back to the forest of Eldenwood and collect 3 toadstools.
The only time I ever played an RPG game, that's what it was like. And I was like,
RPGs suck.
That's what I love.
dude, I was
man.
like, I
That's
will
all do.
never play an RPG again in my life.
You would absolutely
which one
hate
did-
RuneScape.
Wait, what?
I would probably hate
You
RuneScape.
definitely
Yeah.
would.
RPG stands for. God damn it. I wanted it to be rarely gets pussy. The G and the G were in the wrong spot.
Rarely. That's fucking good.
I wanted it. It's wrong.
I think those games are really attractive for people who they sort of have this inclination to achieve, to grow. And so this provides an environment where they can see that and they get the results from that. They get the feedback.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They put in all the hard hours and mental energy growing in a place where it doesn't matter.
Exactly. But
It
people
feels
get
like you're
satisfaction,
working
bro.
in your brain, but it feels like you're also having fun. So it lets you procrastinate
Yeah, for
very
sure.
well.
Just what every young man needs to
But
be
what if
spending
it's
his time
just
on.
making you happy? Like you play these video games, like not to grow, but just to be happy.
Hopefully, it's a stress
I
relief.
think that's the
kind of thing.
optimal.
That makes you grow.
you know,
I
Happiness.
think no, I know people love video games, so I don't want to be this old boomer dude who's talking shit on video
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
But just because video games are popular, I mean, I think we can all agree that if you watch TV for 4 or 5 hours a day, you're a piece of shit. And somehow, just because it's Call of Duty, it's super cool and acceptable to play video games. If you've got pink hair and if you've got really fast thumbs and you got a hope of being the next ninja, then maybe it's okay. Or maybe you're killing it in streaming. But for most people, I would say it's probably a waste of time if it exceeds a regular recreational activities schedule.
Yeah.
Which is about
you know,
2
wait,
hours.
you know what's
a
super
day.
interesting
lot of
about video
sense.
games though? When I Ubered here, I was talking to my Uber driver, right? And I said, "Hey, I noticed like that he was not. He's like foreign. He actually was from Iran or something." And he said, I'm like, "Hey, like, are you watching the World Cup or anything? Y'all know the World Cup started. Iran played today." He's like, "No, I don't really follow. I stopped following soccer." I'm like, "Okay, I really like the NBA." Okay, cool. So we talked about the NBA, and then he's like, "Do you play video games?" And we talked at 8-10 minute Uber drive. I mean, 15 minutes. I don't remember at UCLA.
Oh, so it was
here.
networking.
I mean, it just was something that I feel, and he was not only he was from a different country, but he was like 40. You feel me?
So
it's just
you
something that you-
networked with a broke 40-year-old guy with BO.
Okay, well, all I'm saying is like it starts great conversation. Like if you're kind of antisocial or something, you feel me? You could talk about something that people can relate to. Like,
I like how he says you feel me like a black guy.
I'm rubbing off on him a little bit.
you like that?
I think if it replaces a really bad habit, like Dino gets home and puts a marijuana suppository up his asshole in order to really feel the THC, you know? That's how it hits the best.
That's how it is with me. It's a series of justifications. I've been teaching myself Japanese, so I'm not watching anime anymore. I'm studying. I stream on YouTube. I'm not playing video games. I'm working.
Sure, I mean,
Brain strategy, dude.
and I'm a hypocrite too because I watch football, which there are some things you can learn from watching football about life, but mostly watching football is purely time wasted and it's purely entertainment. So whatever you do, as long as it's not completely, if you watch every single game every week and then you consume a ton of talk radio on football, then you're wasting your fucking time and you're bordering on a loser. But a little bit of the fucking, what do you play? League of Legends?
League of Legends, yeah.
A little bit of Kansas City versus the Chargers. It's okay. Dino, tell me about more Pokemon stuff here.
Dude, they got some new Pokemon. It looks fucking sick.
Let's pull them up. You want to review the new Pokemon, Leo?
I would love to.
Can
and
we
this
go?
is-
How
this
should
is
we do this?
How not to get pussy with all my friends.
New
Let's review
Pokemon,
ways
Scarlet
not
and
to
Violet.
get pussy.
Hey, what if we pulled up our favorite Pokemon though? You feel me? Like, do you not have?
Yeah,
a, you
that
don't have
honestly
a,
would tell a lot about
Oh, I feel
to
you,
the
dog.
fans.
I feel you.
You know, Fan Jerry, I talked to him before this, tried to get him on the pod, and he said,
Click that one. That's just like
Wow.
a dog that would be in Brentwood.
that looks like your dog, Danny, that's just better at deep throating cock.
And it's a candle?
It was built.
It looks like Henry, but with
It's a Havanese with an open flame on its back. See, they're just phoning it in. There's
You don't
no
think-
way that's a good
how
Pokemon.
long did it take to animate that? I mean, it doesn't look
this
very
Pokemon's
difficult.
sick. All
This
right?
one's cool.
That
sure.
just looks like Mewtwo.
It's like fucking X Scissor, but like he's like a knight with swords. It's pretty sick.
Not impressed. Let's keep going.
Are there any sexy Pokemon?
Okay, I would, if I saw one of these.
I'm just trying to fuck Jigglypuff.
No, Jinx is the hot one. If I saw any of these three, I would punt them like footballs 20 yards.
Which one did you pick?
real life?
I wanted the
no,
weed
the
cat,
last
but
one
also
could be
got the
Brando's
duck.
little buddy right there. Look at that. She's a cat, right? Is that a female cat? What if it's a?
I would smoke the fuck up a weed cat.
It's a weed cat.
Look at it.
I mean, it does have a
Is that
weed
its name?
flower.
That's what I named it.
Low key, it has red eyes. It's green. It's
It's got a leaf on its fucking face.
What
and on
if
its
the
chest.
woke
cat.
liberal media really had infiltrated this and there was a weed cat and then there
A
was
gay duck?
There was like gay duck and then there was
What
like,
if?
and
It
then there's
is,
like
dude.
there's groomer gator
Gator, no.
and he wears like a corset and he dances.
No,
for
when he
kids and
evolves,
shit.
when he evolves, he wears a sombrero. He's literally just like, hey, I'm a cool guy, I promise. You know,
Wait,
he's
Honestly,
the
this
groomer?
game like kind of racist, like with all the Mexican stuff they're pulling.
All right, but wait, it's
Are
not
they?
like
Wait, what?
Pokemon
What do you-
Go where you go out into the real world like all those fucking douchebags back in the day would go out and like search for shit. It's not like that.
bro.
No.
Pokemon Go is still. I play Pokemon Go. It's
I
like
know Fanjerry does
Pokemon
too.
Dude, they
Go
got
is
Mudflap.
alright.
Fanjerry invited a girl over one time to play Pokemon Go.
Nah,
and he
bro.
still didn't get any pussy, but he
These
tried.
probably got that
Pokemon-
special trade though.
These Pokemon stink, dude. This Pokemon just looks like a milk dud.
I don't know about this one.
Looks like it kind of looks like some of the chicks we saw at the Lizzo concert.
Yeah.
No.
All right, I'm so unimpressed. What do these things evolve into? Go back to the 3 main ones
that
you got to
one
choose
evolve,
from.
though?
What
I
do they
didn't play the
turn
game.
into?
I don't even know yet. Let's
Sounds
see.
gotta evolve. Can't just
Because so far, all of these look, everything is just cute and cuddly.
Nah, you should look at the like the rock types, the dark types. Maybe it's like the typing of the Pokemon. I don't know though.
But also the fun of the game is like you don't look at the Pokemon and then you play the game and you find the Pokemon.
Okay, so you
That's true.
You don't realize you wasted 172 hours of your life until after you've beaten the game.
I guess
Exactly.
this is what they turn into. This is what they look like.
okay.
Those are actually pretty sick.
one looks
The one on the far right looks like trash.
Hey, King
They-
Croc, smash or pass the first one.
You already know he's hitting that.
I'm smashing the fuck out of that bitch.
but it looks like a dude, bro.
dude grooming
talking
gator.
about?
Like a jester.
That's a skirt. You see what I'm saying? She got a little skirt on, long legs. I'm trying to lick in between them 3 toes. You feel
She has like a mask on too, a masquerade action.
Dude, the two on the ones on the left and the right are awful. The one on the left just looks like a chicken crossed with a goat, and then the one on the right does look like a drag queen. I think maybe that's the groomer.
The,
Dude,
all
this
the
is
one
a
all the way to the
well, it's
right.
gay
Yeah.
duck, so it makes sense.
Gay duck. And then grooming gator. I didn't even know that was a gator at first. But he does seem to have a rainbow pattern on his nose.
Oh,
And he's a flamer.
He's a flamer.
He's on,
He's on
all
fire.
He's
fours.
also on all fours. Oh yeah,
He's on all
yeah.
fours.
And we're out of gay jokes. But Dino, how much of your time are you going to devote to this game every week?
How many hours are in a week?
It's a good question.
24 times 7.
4 times 7 hours.
24 times 7.
How many hours in a week, Austin? I don't feel like doing the math.
140
Let's break this
plus,
It would be 24 times 7.
We know that, but let's
4
just do the
times
math
7,
because we don't want to do
32.
it. Unless,
Okay.
Leo, you do it in your head?
172. I think it's 172.
Sounds good to me.
know if my
It doesn't
math
matter
is-
because Dino's not actually going to be able to
I mean,
calculate all this.
68 actually, but you were close.
Damn it.
One of you is probably. What if both of you are still wrong? The audience.
That would
No,
be
yeah, it's
embarrassing.
168.
If
Okay.
it makes you feel better, Danny, we played this game and didn't sleep last night.
Yeah,
we played
I
for 20
barely
hours
slept.
straight on live.
How does
Yeah,
this
they-
work? What time do you guys wake up?
I don't know. The fucking windows are all taped up, so like time is irrelevant in here.
This is like a Las Vegas
Dude,
casino in
you guys
here.
live here?
No.
No.
Oh,
It's just sometimes we'll crash here if I'm too tired or drunk. Or
We'll
if
just
I'm streaming
stream
all
so
night.
long that like it's impossible to get home that night sometimes.
So, what time did you go to bed last night? What time did you wake up?
I probably fell asleep at like 5 in the morning and then woke up like 3 or 4 hours later or something. I don't know.
You only got 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And then you
Dino,
popped
how are you
up
gonna
and
how you
played
gonna hold the
game for
monopod?
like-
Yeah, we
Danny,
woke up and then we started playing more Pokemon.
It's like better than
The,
streaming at that point.
Kind of prioritizing your sleep comes later on in life. You start figuring out that you're like, I feel like shit every day. Oh, it's because I'm not sleeping more than 5
But I only
hours.
drink water and shit, so like I don't feel like shit.
You eat Takis.
Yeah, and eat Takis and smoke weed, and then I'm
Eat
all
water?
good. I don't even need to sleep. I'm like a freaking infinite energy source.
He's young. It'll all change.
Dino, how is your woman, who you're official with now, how is she taking your addiction to Pokemon Turquoise?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to her. Too busy playing Pokemon.
When's the last time you spoke?
I don't know, like yesterday.
How do you
You're
know
still
she's-
going. I was worried for a second.
Yeah, but how do you know she's not out there, talking to a guy that has long hair and abs?
Probably because it's been like a day.
Well,
Yeah.
you never know.
You gotta guard him.
Whenever the girl gets a hold of something like this, like, why would she ever do anything to risk it?
Dino,
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
what we're
for
going to
sure,
do.
bro.
I think Leo's going to have my back on it. We're going to give her a call,
Yep.
and we're going to talk to her about how she feels
She
about
got
you playing this game.
mad. We called her without me telling her she's going to be on the pod last time.
Well,
We
do it
told her.
again.
We
Do it
told
again.
her.
You have 3 strikes. That was strike 1. You're good for at least another couple times of doing this.
And strike 3, you have a big enough cock that it's actually 4 strikes.
Yeah. You have 4 strikes, and you're good. You have 3. You have 3 at bats. You have a full game.
You're just gonna call her again without asking.
Yo, I'll tell her she's on the pod.
You want to act? You think you could pretend to be Dino for a little
This
bit?
is fucked.
Pretend to be Dino. Pretend to be Dino. He's gonna pretend to be you. Really get deep into character, Dan.
Watch out for the back of that phone because it has the phone number written on it.
Of Garrett. That's not the same number.
Okay.
Which starter did you pick? You picked the cat.
There it is.
Duck.
Please leave your
I'm leaving a message.
for 3.
Ah,
I'll cut it.
cut,
I'll
cut, cut,
cut
cut.
it.
I wanted
Cock. We're good.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, so I just want to tell you I'm sorry I haven't called you today. I'm playing Pokemon fucking Turquoise. It's pretty based. I got my Wigglytuff up right now against Grooming Gator, and it's fucking, there's so much liberal media propaganda in this. Grooming Gator is, he's trying to read my Wigglytuff a book called All Sexual Acts Are Equivalent. And it's like the first 5 minutes of the game, and it's fucking not based. Anyway, I want to do anal with you. Because I'm thinking, like, maybe the Mormons, maybe there's something to it when they don't do vaginal sex until marriage. And, like, I've been praying a lot to God lately, and he hasn't really told me, like, you know, exactly how he feels about fucking your pussy. But it might be too soon, so I think we go butt just to make sure that, you know, there's no consequences in the here ever after. Oh shit. This one super sus gym leader who I think is probably gay is coming up right now. He probably owns the Grooming Gator, so I'm out of here. Later. Signing off, the based gangster from the streets, huh?
That was really impressive.
You think she's gonna be pissed?
It's pretty good.
That was great.
Danny, you almost nutshot this dude with the phone. Like, it was going straight for it.
You think that was passable, Dino?
That, honestly, it sounded just like me.
Hell yeah.
Well, we can only hope. Hopefully she calls back, and then you can just pick up the phone, and you have to just pretend it was definitely you. Be like, yeah, there's fucking hella gay shit in this game. What else do we have to talk about? We were going to talk about the video game. I got my
Bro, we should
present.
talk about the strike that's going on.
Let me see this.
What strike?
Yeah, there are grad
labor strike,
students.
baby.
Grad students are striking at the UCs because the grad students, as Leo knows, because he had to try to fuck a bunch of them to get his grades up.
True.
They are the ones that actually grade the papers. They are the ones that give you your scores on the test. The professors, all they're doing in universities is giving the lectures and then doing their own independent research that raises their prestige.
Correct.
As academics.
And the reason they do that is purely to keep the profits up. They pay one professor. There's 500 students in the class, and then they break away where they're paid a grad student. And literally, the only requirement they need to do to get this job is just be a grad student, and then they are the ones teaching you. And oftentimes, they weren't that good. Did you have some terrible TAs?
Yeah, they weren't awful. So there's the main lecture, and then you break off for these little sections that are more in depth. And yeah, the TAs are actually teaching you. Best case, they're just grading your papers and they don't actually teach you. But sometimes, yeah, they really try to screw us tuition payers.
Oh, yeah.
You pay no tuition because you're Latinx, though.
Correct.
I actually
Bro.
pay.
This shit blew my mind. I did not know that's how it worked.
Yeah, that's it, bro. It's a scam-ish. Kind of a scam.
It's not a scam, dude. You're a person of color. Oh, you
No. I mean, I'm talking about
the grad students.
The grad student
Yeah,
part.
bro. That's kind of a scam. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it sounded for a second like you were anti-affirmative action.
Oh,
I'm about to
hell
go over
no.
there.
Are ya?
I'm about to rock your shit. So is Croc.
No, bro. No, you knew what I was talking about.
Thank you. Of
Danny
course,
did
of
too.
course.
Is there an affirmative action aerodactyl? Is that in the game?
Aerodactyl. There's a mega aerodactyl.
Genius.
The head of the Elite Four is black and non-binary.
So What's
and
the point of the
disable.
game? Real quick before we get off, just because I'm an idiot. But what you get one of these characters and then you hop around. It's like Mario. Like, what is it?
Dude, you have like a fucking motorcycle Pokemon, and you
No.
can like jump and shit.
Really?
Yeah, and you can like upgrade it, jump farther.
Is that real?
What?
It is real.
Is it open world?
There's so
Like,
lot of
yeah, it is.
ideas.
Can you get a stripper and kill her and then take her money like in
See,
GTA?
the game's on PC though, so you can mod it, and then you could do that.
Really?
It's
That's
not
what
on
makes
PC.
it also.
It's not on PC.
I made my
GTA
character
is so much
trans-
I'm
better.
retarded.
You
It's
know,
not
it's
on
like why are you
PC.
guys? Why aren't you guys playing GTA?
If these guys mod Pokemon Turquoise so they can rape a stripper, I will no longer be associated with that.
Danny, we have there's a business. I know a team of guys who can design a pretty good video game for like $5,000. What if there's a video game where me and you are going into a terrible city and I get blowjobs everywhere, and you're I don't know, you have to insult people in the right pattern, and then I don't know, and then you.
Unlockable character, you get like Lizard King, and he's like, "Hey guys, you know." what's up?"
Danny has
Pulls his
to.
wee-wee out.
Nico, Nico pulls.
I say
his little-
Dino? No, Nico
Nico
pulls
pulls up in the
his wee-wee out.
samurai outfit.
Yeah, Nico just has his little wee wee out at all times. His little.
It's like Leo is inside the parking lot, like in a car in a parking lot getting a blowjob, and all of the crew members have to do different techniques to like defend off people from spying inside the car.
Stopping, yeah, and stopping my
funny.
blowjob.
Danny's
Yeah.
insulting them.
Yeah.
Nico's getting drunk.
Leo's ex-girlfriend shows up and is all pissed, and Nico's gonna lie to her.
Yeah.
And Baller Holler's gonna be outside the van, making sure the wrap is clean.
There it is.
Oh, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to do a rap battle. Before we move on to the rap battles, do you have anything to say about the unfair labor practices going on at the UC?
Me personally,
You personally, you brought the sign.
I think that in other professions, such as like ballet or something, these like the people who like do the dancing, and they have to go to like Europe and study like with these prestigious like dancers who have been doing it for centuries. Like they don't get paid. It's all about like the opportunity is the payment almost. So I feel like with a lot of these teachers, like I respect them for wanting to be teachers, and but I always think education has just been known for not having like the resources to pay because there's a kind of good amount of them. So I just feel like the GSIs, like maybe if they didn't ask for more money, but they asked for like less like college payment, you know, you feel me? Like less student loans.
we feel you, dog.
Yeah, less student loans, less university like costs or something. Like I don't think money is the answer for these teachers right now.
I just think they need to stop. I mean, how many more people do we need? How many more people do we need in those universities? I mean, worst case, they're trying to figure out how George Washington committed a microaggression against a fruit vendor in 1700.
No, that's so true.
Best case, they're like trying to figure out why the offensive by the Habsburgs against the Mamluks was ineffective in the 1400s. Like most of it, what the fuck are these kids doing? Let's give them a copy of Think and Grow Rich and a lunchbox and send them out into the real world so they can pay some taxes instead of being leeches, societal leeches into their mid-30s.
Well,
and then going out and just getting offended and wearing turtlenecks.
But wasn't once when the United States was just a powerhouse, when we were truly the best, wasn't it based on in the educational system? Wasn't it because we were producing people that were inventing things like
That's
college
true.
could get like the invention of something new that could make us a juggernaut. Maybe it's not uranium, but it's a new thing that could create an atom bomb. You know, I don't know. What I'm
know,
saying
it
is-
was,
They're not
it was
learning
because
shit,
we
though,
had
bro.
the ability to create something and then sell it and keep the money. So there was an incentive for people to create new things. There's a profit motive. But then in other countries like communism and shit, there's no incentive to make new stuff because you're not going to keep all the profits.
So it's difficult to make stuff in the United States per se, but I mean, wasn't
wait, why is
Tesla
that, though?
wasn't Tesla doing it though? That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's people that do it.
Just a
know?
shitload
Sure.
of regulations
It's
now.
just a lot harder, Leo. That's the thing. Is like
It's a lot harder,
The
bud.
environment for extreme growth and the kind of frontier leading that the states used to do is no longer here. It's the administrations throughout the last few decades have self-hobbled us. We sent our manufacturing overseas. We signed all these shitty agreements. We agreed to pay for niggas shit for no reason.
It is, yeah, a lot of bad
There's so
agreements
many
with science deals.
cumulative reasons that stack
Yeah, it's the death
for
by a
why
thousand
we're no
cuts.
longer in the lead, if you will, Leo. Niggas don't want us to win, bro. The people who run this shit don't want us winning.
Do you think it's
I'm
weed?
telling you.
Because they've been running it,
Weed
and then
is
we're
not,
new here.
I'm sure that when there's a bigger, bigger portion of the population to study, more time has passed when we'll really see the effects of weed. Because right now, it's growing more than, I feel like more people than have ever smoked it before, probably even more in the 70s. It's probably going on now, right? When there's a big population and an extended time to like really study what it's done to our society, we won't really know till then. But I do believe that maybe it's not going to be good.
I take one look at Dino and I know I got to limit my token.
I think it's an upgrade. I think we should mandatorily have babies and stuff put on THC until they're at least 18. That way, then they can decide for
But
themselves.
it's not like, Danny, if you look at, for example, like
Wait,
there's...
that way they can decide for themselves?
yeah, once they're 18, they're smart enough to decide for
Like
themselves.
Mewtwo, they're in
Sorry, I tuned him out, Danny. I tuned out. Danny, sorry, Dino. I completely, when you were saying something right now, I just said, fuck whatever Dino says. I'm not going to listen to it.
And is that
That's
going to stay
me.
that way for the rest of the pod?
Yeah, yeah. But what do you think? Like the beverages, there's beverages that change the world, right? Like coffee.
Coca-Cola.
I don't.
Sure, Coca-Cola.
Water.
I don't.
When it had cocaine
It's
in
just,
it.
It seems to me, and this is maybe just influenced by what I've been thinking about lately, it's just a huge question, like what's wrong? Why are we less productive? But it seems like a lot of what's focused on in school now is just how we as Americans have sinned in the past and how we need to spend every moment of our educational journeys and our professional journeys making up for it. It's not even making sure it doesn't happen again. It's like it's self-flagellation. Is that where the Catholics whip themselves with the thingies? That's what we're doing. And it's crazy. We're so concerned because we had slaves in the 1800s. Even though we ended slavery, we recognized its evil and we've been taking steps progressively. It's taken a while, but things are getting better and better for people. We're so obsessed with that, and we refuse to recognize that elsewhere in the world, like China, for instance, there are still slaves right now. I heard this today. There are more slaves in the world right now than there ever were in the 1800s.
No one gives a fuck. Yeah.
All we care about is what we did wrong and how we can make our company super diverse and how we can have endless sexual harassment seminars for all the males instead of putting them in front of a fucking screen, giving them an Adderall, and having them program some shit like they should be doing.
Yeah, we got our athletes wearing Nike shoes made by slaves on the Nike cleats, kneeling
Yep.
for BLM.
Yep.
Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
Nothing makes sense. But and that could be China, and that could be China.
China
right?
loves it. China loves to encourage
Right.
our
slows us
self-flagellation.
down.
Well, let's
It
be clear.
slows
the
us
CCP,
down.
The CCP loves to encourage.
They do.
Yeah, it's not the Chinese
you know,
people. It's the government.
Chinese people are innocent. They are actually abused.
They're not their
victims.
government. Yeah, you got to remember the Chinese people are not their government.
Absolutely.
I don't want any
I
of you
think
being
they are.
racist.
I don't really trust my girlfriend because she's Chinese.
Well, you know, you got a point.
the government in China is
China.
actually all composed of Jewish people. That's what Kanye told me.
According to
Hey, that was a joke. But anyway, Kanye said that.
No, I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't doubt
That'd
it.
be hilarious.
I
if
saw
he
the
said that.
funniest clip maybe I've ever seen in my life about Kanye when he's like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say the type of man that was my doctor. I'm not going to say he was a Jewish doctor. He like said it. He couldn't hold it in. He
that
just said it.
recently?
Yeah, it was so funny. But have you seen that clip, King Croc?
I haven't seen it.
It's
It sounds
classic.
so
I don't know
funny.
how we'd find it right now, but I don't know. But type in, let's see, Jewish doctor Kanye.
Yeah, this is going to be a have fun getting this account shadow banned, Austin.
Is this bad? Should we not?
No, I don't fucking.
I think it's
don't know.
okay, right?
It's Kanye said
said
it. He's
Kanye.
back on
This one-
Twitter.
I think it's this one. It's the first one. It's the first one.
Up top.
It's one of those. Why do you
always-
go?
he
Why did you
always
do that?
does that.
Why
Yeah.
the fuck did you do that, dude? Why did you go 4 down?
Because it was an
It's so-
18-minute video. I was trying to find
okay,
one.
Wait, let me see. Let me see.
okay.
Let me see. It's a 13-minute video, but still
Okay.
high IQ on Austin's part. Still high
I
IQ.
like it, I like
Wait,
it.
go back up. That's a 5-minute video.
Oh, actually,
We'll get
this is
shorter.
the clip where he holds up the picture of all the Jewish executives.
The 21-second clip will
What?
probably do. To
He
be
did
honest,
that? He
had
Yeah,
us
he's
like
out of his
constantly.
mind.
Watch
Look at
this
this
one.
clip.
This
Dan.
one's
Look at the
crazy,
comedic
bro.
timing. Look at the comedic timing.
Austin was right all along.
He was
We
right. I'm
apologize.
going to give it to him. I'm sorry, Austin.
cause him to do some sort of self-reflection,
Bro, that
but
doesn't
you would
even
be
show the thing.
wrong.
The red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion.
He loves
which was
talking about the red hat.
misdiagnosed by a, I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what
Oh, don't do it.
hospital, and what media it went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
Oh my God.
There's no shortage of people willing to
That was
tolerate
so
comedic
good.
timing.
The arm cross.
The arm cross, dude.
cross.
Oh my God. That is the best fucking comedic timing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, he's got a talent.
There's
We got to
a group
admit.
of his fans actively
Dude.
supporting it because, according to reports,
I guess they don't show the other clip. Whatever. That was it.
That was the best one of all time, though. So we're good.
Yeah, I was thinking of this one.
It's
I might spend Thanksgiving with Adam Fu, who, as you guys might know, a Jewish man, very involved in the founding of my channel. I want to talk to him how he's taking all this Kanye stuff, because it seems...
That's cool.
I mean, that was fucking hilarious, but it does seem now like a lot of other dudes are piling on what Kanye's saying, and I'm starting to get a little whiff of anti-Semitism.
From him or everybody else?
From like, Kyrie and even Dave Chappelle, a little whiff of anti-Semitism that was more than just comedy.
You and I know.
It was a really well-written set he did.
I have to say, I mean, I know for a fact, there's been some black guys in my life that have been anti-Semitic. I'm gonna be completely honest. Croc's not one of them.
I've never met an anti-Semitic black guy, actually. That's new to me.
I grew up in LA, was a little bit, you're going to meet more people that are down to say whatever. There's group, you can find your group in LA. So people feel like they can say whatever. And this was in college, so it hasn't been recent. But in college, there was a few black guys I knew that might have been a little bit anti-Semitic.
Well, also, there will be black guys that'll say, like, criticisms of white people, and we're not going to automatically go, they're racist towards white people. But if they said the same things towards Jewish people, suddenly they're anti-Semitic. that's
the point that Chappelle's trying to make, right?
Chappelle's... I'm not sure what point he was trying to... I mean, he was just doing a good comedy set. I'd have to rewatch it. I only listened to it once. But there were a couple things he said where... There was one line that I went like, okay, I get why people are getting upset about this. Because there have been a couple Jewish writers and critics who've said it's one of the worst moments for Jewish people, or something that set Jewish people back more than anything in recent memory, Dave Chappelle's monologue. And the line I think that did it was that we call black guys a gang. We call Italians mobsters. Why can't we call these people... What name do we have for these Jews in power, or something to that effect? That was the
Kanye
implied.
said that. Kanye said that.
That was the implied message, was that these Jews at the top of the entertainment industry are some sort of insidious group equivalent to a gang or mobsters. That was what was implied, and it was a little dark. Again, I'm not saying fucking cancel Dave Chappelle, obviously. You need to have the right to write jokes that occasionally offend people. But I did go, a little bit anti-Semitic.
Well, the point that Lex Friedman was on the pod, I didn't watch the whole thing, but he was kept trying to be like, hey, well, Kanye, why don't you call out specific people instead of calling out the Jews? Call out the people that fucked with you. Who were they? Name them. Harvey Weinstein.
He was a doctor. I'm not going to say what he was.
He was a Jewish doctor. No, but so call him out. Call the specific guys out.
Unbelievable.
That was the best comedic timing I've ever seen in my life.
Unbelievable.
That was crazy. I don't know how you pulled that off. But let's call out the specific people. Are they? What you're saying? They're all colluding together? Like I don't know. I
mean, is that impossible?
Well, here's what's going on, King Croc. The blacks are colluding in the NFL to keep me out of a running back job. All right, it's really pissing me off.
Danny's got no shot.
You can say that about any. There's so many groups that tend to dominate one sort of industry.
Sure.
What do you say? What's your take on this, King Croc?
No, I mean, I'm pretty nuanced as usual. I think. Listen, that statement specifically about the last one you were just talking about, what was that again?
The Dave Chappelle's quote, that you can call black people gangsters, Italians mobsters, but why can't we call... That, I'm paraphrasing. It was something to that effect.
Something to that effect. Look, I understand, someone like Friedman saying, call out the individuals, but, I mean, do you want the guy to list 35 different names? It looks like he's going in that direction from one of these clips where he holds out a literal spreadsheet of the executives, and then
the argument that this
color
guy
codes which ones are Jewish.
So the argument that this guy, he's one of the most successful black men on the fucking planet. Who has fucked him over? Who has done anything negative to Kanye West? Kanye West is responsible entirely for his downfall. It's all fucking him, dude.
Dude,
he's a billionaire, one of the most famous. He was fucking the most sought after woman on the planet with $1 billion net worth. Who fucked him over?
Croc, I would understand it more from like Harvey Weinstein's victims, right? For example, if they all of a sudden want to be anti-Semitic, well, this monster Harvey Weinstein's a very Jewish man, and he was disgusting, right? But Kanye,
But that was still that was one guy. There's not a
was
Jewish
one guy,
conspiracy to get jerked off by desperate actors.
you had to like jerk two guys
So
off
maybe that's a
before
theory
getting
we
to
could get
Weinstein.
going.
Yeah. What if there was just like 7 Jewish guys you had to like jerk off and blow to get to Harvey Weinstein in order to really get your shot? You had to really go up the ladder.
You had to spin a dreidel to figure out which one it was.
The way I see it is just like if you got a guy up there going, "Oh well, everything's run by white people. It's all just to puppet us like puppets." Blah 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 blah. People say the exact same shit. I mean, to me, like I didn't even know Jews and white people were different until I was like 18. I literally had no idea.
You're right though.
So from a black person's perspective, like Jews are basically white people. Like let's be honest, they don't really see them that different.
I think Kanye's distinguishing between white people and Jews.
But I think he's bringing up the fact that like if you distinguish the difference, all of a sudden you're being anti-Semitic. Like he can criticize like the white executives, but he can't say anything about Jewish executives. Otherwise, he's being anti-Semitic.
Danny, I think it's a lot like this. I think it's kind of like the kids we hang out with here on this pod. If they watch the wrong documentary, you know we're going to have some wild opinions on this pod.
Yeah.
I think Kanye just watched the wrong fucking doc.
He probably watched that one Kyrie retweeted.
I'm sure it's not.
Probably,
I'm
We
yeah.
should
sure
have King
it's not.
Croc watch that and do a report on it.
Honestly,
never
that's your
seen it.
homework. You know,
You really
you're
want me to
down.
do that?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you just come in to report on it.
I'm afraid he's actually going to buy into it.
I don't
100%.
even want to read it.
I
bro.
saw the Kyrie supporters outside the Nets center the other day. It was like it looked kind of scary, but like I feel this. I see the support because how he got canceled and everything. But do you know what I'm talking about, King Croc, or no?
No, actually.
There's like I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but there's crowds of like 50 plus, primarily African American, like probably unvaccinated like men in New York City who
They probably have big cocks. Too.
yeah, maybe the vaccination. But they might they may or might not be Jewish. I'm not sure, but like they're like standing outside the center, like in unison, like chanting for Kyrie because I guess he like played or something. So
They're not Jewish, right?
I don't know. Like,
well, they probably think they're
isn't
Jewish.
Kanye's point that
Yeah.
black people or African American people are Jewish?
And see, that's another tough point right there, right? You're so quick. I mean, not you specifically, but many people are so quick to dismiss that idea of black people believing that they actually are Jewish, right? But
How does that work? Austin, I feel like you know about this. Can we get both sides of the argument that black people are Jewish?
I mean, I don't know the specifics, but I think it talks about like the tribes of Israel or whatever. While Moses, I think, was like moving them across the desert, they split into different areas, and then some of those became black people, and then some moved northern, and they became
came out of
lighter-skinned
Egypt.
Jewish people.
Egypt's in Africa.
But then ultimately, they were all sort of originally the same tribe.
Okay. So
they are basically claiming they're one of these tribes and therefore Jewish. And, you know,
there are multiple tribes. Just to clarify, Austin and King Croc.
Yeah.
Multiple tribes. Some of them are the Jews that we associate with being Jews.
They're called like the 7 or something tribes of Judah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, and one of the black Israelites or whatever they call themselves, do they believe that one of those tribes were black men?
Yeah, and that they're the descendants of those people.
And are they hostile toward the other 6 tribes? I've heard that. I've heard that there have been hate crimes against Jews by Hebrew or black Israelites.
I think it's because the other descendants of the other tribes of Judah don't like consider the black people actually Jewish or whatever. So
Right.
there's like
So there's a little tension.
a conflict there.
I could definitely see that. I don't know historically. I feel like
my whole point, bro, and not to cut you off, is just that it really doesn't matter what we think about it because a lot of people think all religion is bullshit. But we give all these religions, we give them their space that you think their God is coming for you, you're the chosen people. You believe that. That's cool. You have freedom of religion. So why can't these black people have freedom of religion? You know what I mean? So we got to kind of take them seriously because
Freedom of
why
religion.
take any religion seriously? You know what I mean?
Spaghetti monster.
Take black Israelites seriously, or are you saying
Yeah, blacks that think that they're Jewish. Kanye's one of them.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's complex. I was gonna say because real Jews have been persecuted, but then again, black people have obviously been persecuted too.
That's actually one of their arguments. that prove that they're really Jewish.
And the Bible literally says that like Jews will be persecuted until the apocalypse arrives. So it's sort of tied into that too. That
Where
as
does it
black
say
people,
It's self-fulfilling, I believe.
I think
Austin.
it says
The
that.
Bible says that.
yeah, the Bible says that basically like the Jewish
doesn't-
people will be in battle basically.
It doesn't
until the
say that,
apocalypse.
but Leo, it's not saying they're going to hell. I mean, the Bible, the original stories in the Bible are about Jewish people, and they're the chosen people, the people Moses leads out. So it's probably saying, like, steel yourselves. There will be hardships for you until the end of time.
Gotcha.
It's not saying, like, yeah, we're going to cast the Jews into the fire.
No, it's just that they'll always have enemies.
I think a lot of the time when you're successful and you do well in this world, you're going to be hated a little bit, and that is kind of the Jews. They do kind of what you're supposed to do. You help each other. You know, if we were all in this room and we were starting a new society, and Danny was the baker, I'm going to buy fresh rolls from Danny Boy,
Right,
even
you
if
are,
they
right?
suck.
What if King Croc opened it though? Like,
If King Croc opened it,
You
I would
have
not
to-
buy it
I would
because he's
definitely buy
black.
from King
I wouldn't
Croc.
buy it because he's black.
in 2022, I mean, you got to buy from King
No,
Croc.
but you see, to piggy off of what you're saying, it's kind of like, yeah, you want to help your boys, right? It's like, you know, we know each other, we want to build each other's businesses up. So if somebody's claiming like, yo, I'm not one of his boys, and him and his boys have been purposefully keeping me out, and they only let their boys in, and then they just only help their boys, and I'm over here like, yo, what about me?
Well, figure it out.
Exactly, figure it out.
Figure it
And
out.
That's why I don't like the victim shit, bro.
That is victim shit,
I've always
exactly.
thought, bro, in my mind, if I had my own race, I'd be like, yo, our race is the best. Straight up. I'd be a supremacist.
And to be honest,
You know what I mean?
Jewish people have
you're
always been very kind and instrumental in
love
in
the
my
Jewish people.
in my growth as in my career. They've been instrumental, to be honest.
How are the Jews when you got canceled?
Strong. They don't give it. I don't think one Jewish person that I know hit me up and was like a dick. You know.
They stayed strong.
Jews are overpowered, bro. They got bar mitzvahs. We need to get bar mitzvahs to everybody, man.
To be honest, the
Facts.
Bachelorette there was a lot of Jewish people involved, and one of those Jewish people's got me involved. So
I think it's
I
a
had
great
Jew
There's
give
system.
me
nothing wrong with
a
that.
bone. Like,
Like
here you
the
go. Here's a
chosen
lot of
person-
pussies coming your way.
the
I had a
chosen
Jew
person
go,
like you?
you're going to be on this show and a lot of pussies coming your way, buddy.
That's beautiful. And see,
They gave
I
me
am
that.
not anti-Semitic. I feel like, yo, and maybe a little vibe here. Like, I agree with this shit.
You still
don't.
got to watch the Kyrie documentary.
I don't
And
wanna
then
watch
come
it.
back and report it. Yeah, they're all one fucking doc away from being fucked. You know, Dino's really. I mean, how many? He's only watched about 2 or 3.
Dino's
That's
gonna
all.
go
That's
off
all the room.
I
And,
can only pay attention for like 10 seconds, and then I have to hit a bowl and play some Pokemon, and then I forgot what the fuck. It's just some like stupid names.
Yeah, documentaries are crazy, man, because any facts can be spun into any story, and people these days will not do the research necessary to figure out if something's
Yeah.
fucking legit or not. I heard this story about kids were trying to get, King Croc, you might have heard of this. There was the great colonial imperialist Rhodes. I forget his first name, something Rhodes. And after he died, he renounced a lot of his beliefs in empire, and he founded a university. And he funded a university, and he funded a scholarship, the Rhodes Scholarship. And one of the stipulations of his scholarship is that nobody can get denied this scholarship based on race or religious beliefs. So he relinquished his old ways of empire and made this generous thingy. Well, recently, over in the UK, where this guy funded this university, these students started coming up with all these. They started digging up all these facts from Mr. Rhodes's past. One of which was he said, kill all N-words. The more, the better. Kill them all. And the Africans are like little children. So all these quotes are going around the school. The school snaps into action and starts planning to tear down his statues, get rid of the Rhodes Scholarship. It takes, I think, weeks or months later until somebody does some research. And all of these quotes are coming from like movies at the time that he had nothing to do with.
Oh, my
And the
God.
other was a lecture he gave that was pro raising up people, natives and helping them assimilate and become better and being kind to them, and it was completely twisted to be this evil thing.
That's crazy.
But they tore down a statue because of it, and I think a bunch of professors and teachers who stood up for Rhodes were fired, and it was all horseshit.
Hey, I have a question. Do you know if the scholarship went away or no?
I'm not so sure what happened to it. As you can tell,
Ironically-
whenever I have details about something, it's always very murky and under-researched, but it's something I did
Kind
hear
of like a
about.
lot of these people who watch the docs, right? I mean, like under research.
Oh, yeah.
If you watch 2 different docs, like where you gonna go, bro?
But there's
You gonna watch
there's
the third?
verbiage that you can use where you can claim something. It's like been verified by an undeniably great source. Like, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
You know, like who is the source? Like, go to the source. I don't know. There's so many ways to be tricked when
It's
you're
always
watching something.
anonymous sources.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
I
What
like to
really,
make my
what really
own-
happens with the fake news shit is that
Yeah.
somebody has like an anonymous source, or they just post like a tweet, and then one article is written that has like nothing really backing it, and then all of the other websites just cite that original article and
Yeah.
cite each other,
Yep.
and then they can just perpetrate this fake narrative because they're all just citing themselves.
It's rough, dude.
Yeah.
And then it gets picked up on social media, and then once it's got momentum behind it, anybody who disagrees is a heretic and gets shouted down.
Yeah, my favorite is when
may even
people
be
share
canceled.
those. They share those memes or whatever you want to call them on the internet, where it's just a picture with writing. There's no source at all. It's like, what the fuck? Why are you sharing that? That's like the dumbest thing you can
sounds
do.
very
Did you
Facebook.
see, bro?
Yeah,
I
like
got
Facebook.
fucking censored, canceled the other day.
No.
By Meta. So I was basically FTX. You guys heard of that? FTX.
Yeah, the FTX scandal. Yeah.
Scary kind of stuff and implications kind of coming out of that with our government, the Biden administration. So I posted a little picture like, look at the players. Look what's involved. Look what speeches are going down.
Bill Clinton, the guy who ran FTX, was on stage with Bill Clinton.
He's the second biggest Democrat donator besides. Who's the Jewish guy who gives everybody
Soros?
money?
Oh, it all comes back to the Jews. Kidding. George Soros.
George
yeah.
Soros. So George Soros is
Soros.
number one, and then below him was
Sam
this FTX
Bankman-Fried.
guy. Yeah.
And then, I posted that, and Meta, Zuck.
What did you post? Did you
Tucker.
post that the top 2 donors are Jews?
No, I didn't post that.
What'd you post?
I posted like a bunch of pictures linking the FTX scandal to the Democratic Party
Yeah.
and to our government. And therefore, Meta decided that's,
You actually got banned?
The way I look at it is, why are the
Democrats?
Democrats so much more gangster than the Republicans right now?
But
You know,
Because
But-
Republicans are pussy.
But let's talk about
what
this.
it is.
Why do you think the Democrats wanted to crash FTX? What are you saying here?
I'm saying
Because my conspiratorial mind right now is thinking the Democrats, if they wanted to destroy the crypto industry, which they very well might want to do, because Bitcoin represents financial independence. Who cares if they inflate the currency and steal money from poor people if you have Bitcoin and they can't affect your money? That's what Bitcoin is. It's independence from inflationary money. If the Democrats wanted to destroy the ecosystem, they get in with these big players in the industry, and then they start fucking over their exchange rather, and then that sends the prices of all these cryptos.
I agree
down.
and disagree. What it seems like to me is that he sort of was like donating to kind of save his ass. No one's really going to go up against him or whatever because he paid him a whole bunch of fucking donator money.
I get you.
And he paid them a whole bunch of money that he didn't really have. And then like a day or 2 days after the midterms are over, that's when their whole pyramid flips upside down and they go insolvent because they don't have the money to pay back the people that invested. But the Democrats are fine. They got all their money, and then 2 days later, it goes insolvent. So they got donated a bunch of fake money that didn't even exist.
Just really quickly, just to explain FTX, people who don't know really quickly, there was a crypto exchange where you could buy coins on. It's like Coinbase. It was the favorite one. A lot of the top guys in the industry loved it. Well, you would buy 10 grand worth of Bitcoin, and they would take your 10 grand worth of Bitcoin that it says, yep, you got it right here in your account. They would take that actual value and loan it out or spend it, and then they replaced that with FTX tokens or something similar, and that became their collateral. Oh yeah, we got everybody's money. See how many FTX tokens we just printed that represent wealth? And they had actually spent everybody's shit.
Isn't that kind of ironic that that's exactly what the global banks do?
It's exactly what they do.
So they were running a play that's been going around for a long time. But the other connection here, and I don't know if Austin, you peeped this, but Ukraine was heavily invested in FTX. And who's been heavily invested in Ukraine? Biden.
Nah.
Like
Hiding Biden.
I get
Hide
something's
Biden,
going
man.
on. I get something's going on, man. War has always been a profitable thing, though, right? I mean, it's
Absolutely,
not that
you're right about that.
surprising.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some way that it's going to come back to us, right?
facts.
Hey, you got to get your crypto off the exchanges, right, Baller Holler?
You know what's funny is you guys are saying FTX or what is it?
FTX, yeah.
FTX. I'm like, wait, I think I like have crypto money in something I did like 2 years ago.
It's probably gone.
It's FTX.
It's
It was I
gone.
bought a Coachella NFT. I did get the socks actually today. I posted them today. They're fire. But the Coachella NFT I bought for $500.
Oh, it was worthless before FTX.
Oh,
was
trust
gone,
me, it
don't
was
worry.
worthless far after because no one wants to buy that, even though it's sick. It's my profile photo on Instagram. And then I got another one for $800 because I thought they were going to go up because
Oh, you were buying NFTs.
yeah, I'm bad.
It's all right.
But
Hey, it
was
happened to
FTX.
everybody.
It was literally FTX.
I think a lot of people learned a little bit about investing in the last couple of years.
Yep.
You should have bought the new Pokemon
Including
game.
myself.
No, I haven't played the new one yet.
Buying
I'm
buying
a
stocks
buy
too high. Everybody learned a lesson.
We learned a lesson. But that's how you do it.
You guys fell victim or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not
Dude, I
victim.
bought Meta right before it just came crashing down. Meta has crashed. I don't know the full history of the stock market, but more than any other big stock has crashed lately. Like Peloton and Meta just
What?
plummeted out of the sky.
It hasn't recovered though.
No, not even
really.
close.
Holy
And I
shit.
bought Meta at the time. I put like $3,000 into Facebook because I thought the metaverse was going to be huge. And dude, I lost like
Did you sell yet? Because
No,
I'm
I'm
honestly,
not selling.
everybody's been talking mad shit about Meta and all
back.
this stuff. I'm in it for the long. I think that this shit is totally going to be huge. Like
Yeah,
maybe
10
in the
years.
short
So
term, they're
too.
going to lose a lot of money developing this technology. But as soon as Apple releases their headset and it's like, you're not cool if you don't go to school with your new Apple fucking VR headset. This VR shit's going to be insane. That's where I'm spending a lot of my time studying. And that's where I think I'm going to make a lot of money in the future.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why Meta's value has gone down so far, is because they've made this long-term bet on the metaverse, and their bread and butter is just showing fucking Target and Tide ads to dudes who are scrolling through their feed of 18-year-old girls with their tits out.
That's like the main revenue for like Instagram and stuff.
That's how they print money, and they've gone away from that, and now they're dropping so much cash into researching and developing these metaverse products, and investors are scared and they're not happy, and the stock is. I mean, pull it up real quick, Austin. Can we pull up a graph? on their
also,
crash?
I mean,
What's going to happen
guys,
though is that in the metaverse they're going to pump you full of ads, and that's where they're going to tie the whole
I'm
thing
sure.
back together.
Now,
You
let me
think like you'll be walking down the Meta like store and you see the Meta like Big 7 and then in I shouldn't have dropped that, but when you walk and you like see the ad like literally like in the sky, you like can't get. Do you think that'll happen or what? You know what I'm saying?
I think you'll be able to fuck Leo's sister in the metaverse.
Oh God! Why in the metaverse?
Sorry, Ball, I don't
would that
know,
even
Ball,
be a
I
thing?
don't-
Nah.
Now listen. Now let me say this though, for all the young kids that follow us,
Go Max, Austin.
me and Danny know this for a fact, but God damn it, pick a stock you believe in and just leave the money in there for 10 years. When you're 30, there's almost no way you're going to lose.
Well,
man.
there's got to be more to it than just a stock you believe in.
Well, no, but Fortune 500 company. Let's give them some advice. Okay, you can of course do the S&P,
need some advice.
but think about it. I mean, buy some Tesla in 10 years. I believe that it's going to be exceptionally higher than it is now.
I believe
in Disney.
I believe in Tesla. I believe in Amazon. I think is a great buy.
Amazon's a great
Because
buy
Amazon's
too, I
crushed.
think.
But all of this that I've learned from watching other people tell me why they're good investments. I've done zero of my own. I haven't pulled up one of those big 3 monitor setups and modeled
No,
like
me neither.
price predictions for Tesla. I haven't looked through their books and their fucking their balance sheets. I haven't done any research.
But wouldn't you have loved to go back in time and just buy a Fortune 500 stock when you were in college or something?
Stocks is easy when you have time travel.
Well, obviously, when you have time travel. No, what I'm saying is, Dino, is if you guys pick a couple of different stocks when you're a young man, like when you're your age right now, and you just wait till you're 30, there could there's something.
Just throw all your money in Bitcoin at the peak. Hold it till you're 30, and then you'll get your money back.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm not talking about
everyone
Bitcoin.
Does that? How is that true?
What's up?
How is
If
what true?
everyone puts money in Bitcoin, and theoretically all of us wait 10 years, how
Mm-hmm.
would we all have more money?
We would all have more money because Bitcoin's going to go up, I believe. What are you asking exactly?
I'm just confused on like if everyone waits to pull out the money in 10 years,
I don't know how the inner
then
workings.
where is this money going to come from?
Because-
I can't answer that question.
So if you buy so there's a finite amount of Bitcoin available. Right now, everybody's terrified of what's going on in the industry because of FTX. It's fallen apart. Everybody thinks crypto's a scam. The big investors like Charles Schwab and Morgan Stanley, they can't talk a 65-year-old retired couple into putting money into Bitcoin. They keep like, it's a really good investment. The couple will be too scared. So big institutions are only putting money into bonds and gold and stocks. Soon, though, the fundamentals of Bitcoin are going to be undeniable. Like I said earlier, you can't inflate it. The government can't fuck with it. It's good from anywhere. It's difficult to track. It's completely independent. That's why China's so fucking scared of it. China talks tons of shit about it.
Okay.
More and more rich people. I mean, there are people, just anonymous whales, they call them, who own tens of thousands of Bitcoins, and more are coming off the exchanges every day and going into cold storage and just being hodled in people's basements and just being hidden like Smog the Dragon laid on the pile of gold because people know what the value is going to be. More and more people are going to come in. The institutions are finally going to get comfortable and they're going to start buying it up for the 65-year-old couple's retirement plan. And then the finite amount of Bitcoin, 21 million, that's all there's ever going to be. There's going to be a huge supply crunch and the price is going to have to expand. You want to play in the Bitcoin world? It's going to cost you 30 grand now 60 grand. It's 100 grand a coin now because more and more people want it. Oh, fucking this rich fucking Russian oligarch just bought fucking 20 more thousand. Now it's gone up to 150 grand each. And pretty soon the price is just going to go completely vertical.
I have a question.
What?
So if that was to happen, like during that time, you would have to think of like the working people, like who aren't like regularly rich, like they probably don't invest in Bitcoin. So don't you think there would be some other form of currency, like I guess like traditional money, like that you would have that would like keep society independent from Bitcoin? What I'm trying to say is, if there's only like going to be like the rich oligarch in Russia in the future, to like where only a small amount of people have so much Bitcoin to play with, then like. I don't even know anymore.
Are you worried about Lizard King?
Make money, man.
Lizard King is going to still be around. Don't worry. He'll figure it out.
He's worried about the regular people.
He's worried about the regular people. Lizard King's he'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be. There's still going to be the U.S. dollar and shit like that.
Honestly, like that's the answer that I think I just forgot about.
Yeah, the U.S. dollar. Yes, but also you might be able to buy a very small percentage of a Bitcoin. So whatever you have, you have $5, you can still buy Bitcoin. It's going to be tiny.
But it's not going to make any difference in your life.
I think I have $1 worth.
If you want to know what crypto I think you should keep your eye on, I think this whole war thing and everything with Ukraine is designed because you got a bunch of people that don't really care about America, that are in America and other countries, that are investing in this new like DACA or DOC or whatever it's called, something with a D. And it's like a Russian crypto-based competitor to the petrodollar that a bunch of other countries are signing on to, that instead of trading for USD for oil, they're going to use this new cryptocurrency that they developed with China and Russia or whatever to trade, to be a competitor to the petrodollar.
Sounds perfectly safe.
So
China and Russia are in on it. I'm going to fucking invest, dude.
That's the thing. They're trying to make it like people are actively trying to destroy the US dollar to raise its competitor in order to make profits. Like, so they're actively destroying our own currency because they don't actually care about the country. Because they're investing in this foreign competitive currency.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, I've heard central bank digital currencies. There's a lot of those going around. Europe is already working on one right now. Basically, the governments are seeing what's happening with Bitcoin and they're afraid of it because that's how you control a population, is you inflate the currency. It's crazy how damaging inflation is. It keeps everybody poor. It makes gas more expensive, food more expensive. Yet it's this complex theoretical thing. It's like pressure in the atmosphere. The guy who mows lawns for a living, he doesn't understand what inflation is, but it's what keeps him poor. And people will be safe from being made poor if they have a currency that's not inflatable, and that's Bitcoin. And that's why all these governments are creating central bank digital currencies now, and it's going to be scary.
Yeah, it's a legal way to steal from citizens.
Yeah, it's insane,
since
dude.
the beginning of time.
Dude, 10% of their money a fucking year. That's where we're at right now. 10% of your fucking money you have in your savings account
if
is
you got
being
time
stolen.
on your side, though, invest a little of your money, see what happens, you know?
Do you think it's just like a lose-lose?
Not financial advice. What?
Not financial advice.
Like Bitcoin, I feel like is a lose-lose for everyone because these people are only making themselves. Okay, I should stop limiting the general statements, but like I feel bad for the guy who mows his lawn because it's not like he can't eat. He has to buy food. You have to have
Dude,
water. You
gardeners,
have to, like,
honestly,
sleep.
most of them are making fucking bank, dude. They're good, dude.
But
what are you saying?
I'm saying like in the future, like, man, 40 years from now, I feel like if I don't have like Bitcoin, if I don't have like a job that's sustainable income, because I'm worried about my career, like I'm only a second year student, you feel me? Like,
I feel you, Doc.
so, I'm just worried like that. No, like if there's so little people who are like benefiting from Bitcoin, then like wouldn't that make a drastic amount of people like denigrate like?
No,
a
you can
society?
you'll always be able to buy Bitcoin. You're not going to be able to buy in 30 years enough to make you rich.
But like the living conditions of the people who can even buy it, I feel like at that point are unreversed. Like,
I think you're making it sound like there's going to be this this fucking Bitcoin apocalypse where anybody who has Bitcoin is going to be flying around on a hovercraft whipping anybody who's stuck to the U.S. dollar. I don't know, maybe, but I think that
hope not.
I think
just
Bitcoin's
anxious.
it's always going to be valuable to people because poor people in countries with a fucking dictator, they can't. In the future, all currency is going to be digital, and dictators will be able to shut off your access to currency. In fucking China, they're going to have the social credit system and be able to shut all your fucking shit off. But if you have a cold wallet with Bitcoin, you can still transact with people and flee the country and have money. So if anything, it's hope for people who are
Until
poor.
the world government takes over it, and then there's no escape, and no one's using cash currency, and no one's gonna trade you for like physical money, and then it's all virtual.
the only money is
And
bread.
then
weed,
you
and
hopefully
water.
have your fucking egg at that point, huh? And you can get in that thing and
Your space
fly
station,
out.
dude.
Yeah, you can fly out.
But
to
on my death egg,
get
I'm
in
gonna
orbit.
have no wagering power in any of these deals.
Yeah, and
Nice,
one thing
you
I've
know.
learned about Bitcoin and all of these exchanges falling through and stuff is that it's not anonymous. Like I've seen,
It's a big trap.
like if you're smart, you can track. Okay, this guy, this is his wallet. He
Yeah.
transferred with all of these people. Like if you really look at it, you can tell exactly every single dollar anyone's ever spent.
Yeah, it's one of the downsides. I'm not sure how anonymous it is. It's really fucking confusing, dude. I don't really like it. It's still so sketchy. Even just sending yourself some Bitcoin nowadays is so sketchy. It's a 13, it's more, I don't know why I said 13. It's like a 30 character list of just digits and fucking letters, and that's your wallet address. And if you missed one letter or one digit, you're going to send all your money into the abyss. It's complex.
terrifying.
It's still so complex. I don't know much about Bitcoin. I'm just trying to work out my thoughts here with you all. But
There's
I
a
think
lot
the death
smarter guys
egg,
than us, you
the
know?
death egg is going to be the future. So
That
Dino,
is
try to make friends with this guy.
independence.
This is guy. When the apocalypse comes, we want to be on the death egg.
Y'all want to join my Akatsuki?
Oh,
My
God.
scientist Akatsuki.
How about a
We're
little
gonna
rap
be-
battle, though? How about a little rap
Dude,
battle
we
and
gotta,
the pod?
yeah. You guys want a rap battle? I gotta get up out of here.
All right,
I gotta
Danny,
get
go.
up out of here.
Get out
dog.
of here. We'll rap battle these
Shit.
motherfuckers. We'll do a little Leo and Friends. I'll do the ad too with Croc. Don't worry.
Okay, you guys gonna do that?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're not gonna hit a rap, Danny?
Also, before we were about to do a rap battle, but remember, Leo and Friends, the second, if you want 4 more podcasts a month, check out the Leo and Danny Show Patreon. It's linked below, right, Austin?
Yep.
And we will have a great time. We get experimental on that bad boy. We fuck around.
We call you.
And we call you guys. That is,
Facts.
we end every pod calling fans. So it's a great time. If you want to talk to me and sometimes whoever else is there, we have every character that's ever been through the channel comes onto that pod. So,
And new ones.
And new ones. And new people that are associated with people that we know, of course. Because if anybody's a fucking gang, it's us. We are very much a gang. So, all right. Well, should we get a beat?
Yeah, let me play this. Let me spin this shit.
All right, who wants to go first?
Spin that shit.
I'm gonna be looking you in the eye and say,
Dino, you should put your earphones on so you can hear.
Low-key, should I go first?
Yeah.
Depends on the beat, bro.
Balahala.
Okay, baller holler.
That's the point, man. There's so much.
Danny, you gotta hop in on
right
this.
now that
No,
you're
dude,
going
I gotta get outta here.
through.
Six shoes
than
up.
we can even imagine.
I got him those as a gift.
Yeah, it
They're
was his
dope.
birthday yesterday.
Oh yeah. Hey, happy birthday, Danny. This is rap for Danny. Is it a rap battle or just a rap?
We're just
can
gonna.
just
This
rap.
is a cipher. We'll
Just
just-
have fun.
Hey. This that Danny Cypher, bitch. This that baller holler shit. Yeah, we made it to LA. This my first day we lit. Hey, Got some new people in the stew that I don't even know until today. I'm with Leo and it's great. I fucking had to seize the day. I went to UCLA. I saw my shawty, it was great. Had to pick his side, I had to pick it every day. Had to support the teachers and we up their pay. Shout out to Austin, he rap a DJ every day. We different, we spin it and we win it. Baller holler cypher, I be rapping every beginning. Yeah, I'm sleeping and I'm rapping, bitch. I have nightmares, it's immaculate.
Yeah, I'll make a rack from a penny. It's me and Henny. We taking Jose getting spinny. We keep it trippy. I got a bill, you call it 50. Then you can fuck with me. My whole crew fire. We keep it hot. We running out your block. You like it, you get shot. We don't give a fuck about no fool. I'll hit you in your tool. You be looking like a retard. Dino. Drop a bars.
I think I shit my pants. I can't even walk, bitch. I can't fucking dance. I'ma put you in a trance with the fucking hollow point. Smoke you like a joint, bitch. I keep it on point, cause I keep it fucking real. Bitch, I fucking ill. Bitch, I got the real, and I motherfucking spill, cause I'm motherfucking chill. Like the lean in my cup. Bitch, I fill it up. Bitch, you fucking up.
I ain't never sip, but when I'm about to spit, I'm with Leo and I'm in the bathroom. Yeah, it's stinky, but I ain't shit. Yeah, I'm with Leo and we about to get on the model. He got season 14, bitch. What you follow?
Yo, they call me Dot, cause I live on a yacht. Yo, I ain't no bot, man. I got a big cock. Okay, that's all I got, dude.
Swag. Swag.
Yo, we pulling off the lot, getting sucked like I'm Dot. Yo, yeah, we make a lot. These bitch, she give me top when we rolling down your street. Daylight always see when I'm swinging. Yeah, I got that dick. She don't eat that meat. I be staying hungry cause we up here eating good. We be fucking all these fucking hoes up in your hood. We don't really care where you live or where you stay. Cause if you got a baddie, yeah, you know we gon' play.
Hey, we gonna play. I'll walk around straight security like King Croc came, you ain't near me. Wait, pause. Any bunny disrespect, they fear me. Wait, bars. I'm with Danny Mullen and they hearing me. Wait, pause. Hey, and we hard.
Yo, that's perfect. I'd like to end on that one. Remember, Leo and friends. Join the Leo and Danny Show Patreon below, and we'll see you guys next week. It was a very fun pod.
Henny, baby.
Peace.
Shit.